I'm so happy today to have Juan Denmark on the show. Thanks for coming, Juan.
Thank you.
I'm excited
Thank
to
you.
have you. I'm gonna hit the hype button. Yeah, because I just told you this a few minutes ago. I seen you on Kill Tony. Like,
Yeah.
what was that? A little bit over a
It
year
was like
ago.
exactly a year ago.
Juan Denmark, everybody. Juan Denmark.
Everybody has freak offs. White people have freak offs. They're called lifestyle parties. Mexican people have freak offs too. They're called quinceañeras. 15 is not a woman, Pedro. Put your dick back in your pants, Pedro. You got 3 more fucking years in this country, Pedro. Pedro's trying to turn a quinceañera to a kinkseñera.
From Juan Denmark, everybody. The return of Juan Denmark.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit. Are you from the future? You look like Book of Eli. How old are you?
31.
Really?
Yeah, I go to...
Face of a black guy from the 70s, somehow.
It is true.
So I got pulled on January 6th. So like
Okay.
January 6th is also my holiday. Like it's not just the
You were,
Republicans, dude. It's my holiday.
You were storming the mothership,
Dude, I had to. Dude, there's no other way. You have to storm it. Like I tell everyone who's like thinking about trying to get into that capacity that you gotta hit it and forget fear. Like fear
Okay.
has to disappear. Like there's
I was gonna ask, yeah, what's the secret to get? But that's
breathing, dude. Dude, breathing. Like that's how I get through everything, man. I just breathe and stretch. I'm like behind the stage of the mothership. The first time I got pulled, just nervous as hell. Like
bet,
just
yeah.
like, holy crap, this is real. Like
Well, I
this
would have
isn't
never
a
known.
joke.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
But I
dude.
mean, just as far, was there a secret as far as getting pulled? I mean, I guess it's just totally
No,
random.
I'm like I want to be a psychologist, so I think about mental things a lot. And so January, coldest month in the year.
There you go.
So I'm
yeah.
like, people who don't do comedy, who take comedy serious, are only going to be here because it's cold. It sucks. No one wants to do this.
Yeah.
So let me show up then. The numbers will be lower for the bucket, and then
I think that makes
God
sense.
bless
yeah.
America, dude. Like I'm
I
not gonna
totally
lie.
wasn't expecting like a real scientific answer to the secret
Oh
again,
yeah.
but that makes sense.
No, I
That
thought
makes
about
sense.
it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I thought about it two ways, because I got there like on a Sunday and I stayed till the next Tuesday. So I was like, just in case I missed the first one, I get another chance again. So it's like there's a whole, there's a whole game you can play
Yeah.
that could,
Strategy.
yeah, you gotta strategize, man, and you gotta work on your craft, so you don't wanna
Hell yeah.
go on the main stage and look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's way bigger fear than like.
Yeah. I feel like some people on there, they'll do that and they'll come back like a couple years. It takes a long time to be like rebuild that shit after that.
Dude,
but-
it damaged, like egos are damaged. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you have to really like relearn yourself after
Yeah.
some catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I was talking to a friend the other day who kind of like, I don't know why, like for a while I was kind of like not super into Tony Hinchcliffe, but
Yeah.
eventually I started watching the show because my old coworker told me about it. But I was talking to him yesterday and he was like, we were talking about you and he was saying like you kind of own the interview part. And if you can do that, like that's way better than just having the minute.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. A
it's
lot
just,
of people are making comedy for a minute. Like there's a lot of new comics who are coming up to me and they're like, I'm just preparing my minute. I'm like, bro, that's not what comedy is. Comedy is 60 minutes. Like
yeah,
your
yeah.
goal is 60 minutes,
Yeah.
not 1 minute. Like that's nothing. So I think that cause same, like I wasn't very much into the Kill Tony verse until my friend got pulled. Once he got pulled, I was like, okay, this is like a thing. Like, what
Mhm.
is this? So I started to like watch it a little bit and then like understand the characters, understand the arc from where it started to where it
Yeah.
is. Like, I'm like, holy shit, this is a whole thing. They got a whole bunch of people who are fucking super fans,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
the whole thing.
It's its own universe for
It's
sure.
its complete
Yeah.
universe. And it's like, once I really understood that, that was when I came back the second time to Austin and then signed up, and bless the universe. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, I was gonna ask you a little bit about that in Portland, but first, this is really dumb, but Well, I guess first, can you just give people a quick bio about yourself?
Yeah, yeah. My name is Juan Denmark. I'm Cuban, black. Probably there's some white, yeah, there's some indigenous in there. There's a little bit of everything. So, I'm kind of all over the place with that. I have two parents. I was blessed to have both my parents are still alive. They live on the East Coast right now. Like my mom, she's from Ohio.
Okay.
My dad's from Georgia. I was born in Germany. I have a
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
who's half German.
Okay.
I have a sister who lives in Atlanta. She just had a daughter. So I mean, yeah, I got a cool family. I live on the West Coast by myself, completely isolated from
Wow.
family right now.
You came out here solo. Yeah.
Dude, super solo, like
Yeah.
super solo. And I'm in school. I'm trying to be a clinical psychologist.
Okay.
I just graduated like 2 weeks ago from college,
Congrats. Yeah.
from undergrad. And then yeah, I was served in the military for 12 years. I was a real estate agent for 2 years. I was a bud tender for like a year. I was a bouncer for like half a year. So like I've seen like multiple facets of our
Hell
society, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I mean
That's
that's me in a quick
Yeah,
nutshell.
no, that's great. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for some reason I think did you say that on Kill Tony, the military thing? Because I
Yeah,
remember that now.
yeah,
Now
you
you
got to say
mentioned,
that to Republicans early, dude. I get all military as soon as as soon
get
as I
that
see Republicans
veteran
in the
crowd. Yeah,
audience,
yeah,
military, and they're like,
yeah,
"Woo."
yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole thing,
Because
dude.
I was like, I remember this now. That's good. That's a long
Yeah.
time though. 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. I joined when I was 18. I actually got married in the military when I was 19.
Okay.
So like, and then so yeah, the military shaped me from 18 to 30, dude. That's like my whole life.
Yeah.
God bless, I was able to get out and be able to like still have all my faculties and shit.
Yeah.
Like I have friends who are not that way, you know. So yeah, the military for me was good. I mean, it paid for school. I didn't really agree with all of the things that it was, and so I think that was where the confliction came. Like later in my life in the military, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like
Yeah.
people are dying regardless. Moms are crying on both sides. So I'm like, dude, this
Because
isn't for me.
were you part of? Because I was like, when I was in high school, that's like when Iraq kicked off, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
But
dude.
it was
No.
was that during
Yeah, I
when
mean,
you were in there?
what grade was I? So my mom, she was the first group of soldiers that went to Iraq.
Okay.
So they did 15 to 18 month deployments the first time. So they're gone forever, you know,
Yeah.
to me as a kid, you know. So I saw that. I saw that initial wave, and then I ended up joining 2012. So I think 2003. So like 9 years after,
Okay.
but it was still very much prevalent. I mean, yeah, you go to basic training and the drill sergeants they're only preparing you for, they're like, you're going to go to
Gonna go
You're going to go
Afghanistan or
overseas.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is all guaranteed, you
Yeah.
know. So
Damn.
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to understand, but I ended up going overseas. I went to Afghanistan and like war zones and stuff like that, and it shaped a lot of how I see humanity, how I gain like my own solidarity, like how I like my like self-care practices.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of my holistic methods from being overseas and being isolated. You know,
Totally.
it's
Yeah.
like jail without the bars.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I interpret. Like,
Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
was gonna say, I definitely can't. I've never done anything like that, but I could see how that
You never
shaped.
been to jail, dude? You look like you've
I've
been to
never been
jail
to.
before.
Yeah, I look like
DUI on the
I
weekend,
always
you
tell
know?
people I look like I work at a gas station, and maybe I've spent some time in jail.
Yeah, dude.
But I would say I can see how that shapes your life for sure. Like that's a crazy. And this is a stupid thing I was gonna ask. What do you?
Man, please ask stupid shit. I love
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Everyone's talking about this new. Everyone's talking about this new pyramid.
Yeah.
Do you know what
There's
I'm
a
talking
new
about?
pyramid, like Egyptian or like
Maybe the Egyptians built it. It's a food pyramid. You know what I'm talking about?
damn, no. What's the
You
new
haven't
food
seen the
pyramid?
new
No.
food pyramid?
No,
Okay.
what is this
Okay.
about?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess they did a South Park on it. I haven't watched it yet, but it's the new RFK food pyramid, and they basically
Oh, yeah, I
flipped it or something. I'll put a graphic up of it, but yeah, I don't know. Did you pay attention to the old food pyramid at all?
a little bit, like, you
Okay.
know, breads, fruit, vegetables, meat, milk, dairy was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to stare at the food pyramid. Something about it was always very like visually appealing.
Yeah, it was,
Um,
yeah.
so I am curious to see what the new one
Anyways,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
RFK.
like, yeah, I don't know. People have all sorts of opinions, but it's like healthy fats, vegetables, and then like bread's at the bottom now.
Yeah.
Which I guess I agree with. I don't really eat that much bread as I get older, but
Dude,
I don't know.
yeah, man, the midsection and your like 30s and 40s, like that's like that's the hardest part of your body to like maintain, dude. Like it's so hard, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Okay.
But yeah, people are vegan now. So like
I was thinking, are you vegan at all? Or are you?
sometimes I like to flirt in veganism.
Okay.
Like I think vegan is dope, but like chicken is like king,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I could cut out every meat except for chicken.
It's hard, yeah. I
Yeah.
was saying last week I got it. I'll get like a disgustingly large Wingstop order,
Yeah.
just deliver it here, and then like 2 days later I'm like, that's fucking terrible. I shouldn't have done that. But
Yeah.
it's so good, you know. It's like
Dude, there's this Mexican taco spot, Javier Tacos up the street. Dude, it's so like if I'm in that vicinity, I'm like, I
gotta
gotta
get it.
get
Yeah,
it. I gotta
yeah.
get the breakfast burrito, dude.
It's up here.
It's like northeast. It's like
Oh, okay.
northeast area, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's always open. It's like it's like a 24/7 spot. Like
Okay.
everyone working there is who they are, and they do it fast and they work hard.
Portland needs more 24-hour. I was saying that. Were you around when the Roxy was here downtown? Do you remember that?
Like that's
Was
the
it?
Moxie, not the Roxy.
Is a
No,
24-hour like breakfast diner. It's been gone for a while, but that
damn.
was like one of the I used to go. I've been there like hundreds of times, but it's gone now. And I'm like, I want more 24-hour spots. So
Yeah,
I'll have to
it's
check
like
that out.
Portland's Waffle House, dude. We need
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Waffle House here.
Hell yeah.
Like this city would thrive with a Waffle House
I would go to it for sure.
for sure.
So yeah, I was gonna get into some of this stuff. I was gonna
Yeah,
play. You had a clip about Portland, which I thought was funny
heck
on your
yeah.
Instagram, but I'll put it in here and
My favorite part about this city is no matter how many fentanyl overdoses happen, no matter how many tents get set up, no matter how many beautiful businesses shut down in this city, you can't blame black people for that shit. And I'm never moving. This is great. Susan, this is all your fault. This is...
but like, what are your like? When did you move to Portland?
I moved October 2019.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
been a while.
getting
Yeah.
out of the military. Like I got out the military. I was still technically in the military, and I joined actually the National Guard in December of 2019. So yeah, so
Okay.
almost 6-7 years.
It's been a
Damn,
while, yeah.
holy crap.
And cause like I mean I kind of have to agree with your clip of like it's always white people's fault and in Portland. I know there's like the old stat of like Portland's the whitest city, which I think has changed, but it's still pretty white. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the jokes, like like no matter how decrepit the city gets, like there's only one group of people that will maintain the majority of the blame in this city, and that's just by sheer demographics. That's beautiful. Like I love a joke where you can't really argue it, even if you want to.
yeah,
And that's kind of with the comment section. They left to argue, and it's awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I do love this city. I know I make like jokes about it and it going down, but like I see the real beauty in Portland, and I think that's why I've been able to stay here so long. It's because I'm like, yo, this city's freaking beautiful. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a tent there, but like that's a real person, Like I kind of like I think growing up on the East Coast, we didn't look at like houseless people as people. Like sometimes people just drive past houseless people
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh, it's just the guy with the cup who's right
Yeah.
next to the light. You got to look at him.
Yeah.
But here it's like, okay, you see them regularly. They're communal. It's very like everything's very there's like a syncness to this city,
Hmm.
and I really like I appreciate being able to change my perspective on the houseless people. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say too, it is almost like it gets to the point here. Definitely, even in where I live here, it's like you almost are like forced to make relationships with
Yeah.
homeless people because they're everywhere, or not necessarily everywhere, but like if you're
Kind of.
living
Yeah,
next
they're kind of everywhere.
if you're living next
Yeah.
to one for years or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like you kind of have to. You can't just ignore them. And
Yeah, like my apartment complex, like they're I don't know what it is. I don't know if they have a group chat or something, but there's this one parking spot in front of my apartment, and campers will park in that same spot. Like one camper will be there, it'll be gone. No camper for 2 weeks. A camper will be there again, gone. Like
yeah,
it's almost like they all have like
they got an app or
geotagged.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they're all geotagged cool spots or
I
something.
was gonna. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but is it that gigantic apartment that's by Reed? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I used to
yeah.
live there,
Oh, nice.
and so you know what I'm talking. Yeah, it's like
They used to be a swingers.
yeah, it was like
okay,
a
you knew about that.
singles. It was like a singles community, right, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or
They had a hot tub. They had a sauna.
I've been in that sauna
Yeah,
too.
dude, I love that
It's kind of
sauna.
grimy, but I kind of like it, you
Well,
know.
saunas are cool, like because you're just sitting in it. The hot tub is like you're really
Yeah,
soaking in
right,
it.
right.
Like I was in the sauna one time. Like, it was like COVID era ish, and I saw like a kid walking past the sauna,
Yeah,
and he went to the hot tub and
yeah.
he legit like slurped some of like the hot
Oh
tub
my
water,
God.
and that was I almost threw up.
It's like COVID era or not. It's like there's something in the water that
Yeah,
it's
that
not
guy's probably
good.
good now. He probably never has to get vaccinated after you.
Yeah. It's the thing that I always remember there is like you know how that place is like it's like multi-level. I think it's like 3 stories, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I was on the second story and next to one of the big parking lots, which they have like many big parking lots there,
Yeah, yeah.
but this guy and his two I believe sons fell through the concrete. The concrete just like
What?
collapsed. And I wasn't even there. I was in Vegas when this happened, but he came like a couple weeks later and knocked on my apartment. And he's like, yeah, me and my son fell through the
What?
thing outside your apartment here. Were you here? Did you see it? We're suing the apartment
Okay, I was about to
place.
say, are they not suing? I'm like, this is a
And I was
check.
like, I was gone. I'm sorry, dude, but that's crazy because I walk on this thing like every day. But maybe it's
Wow.
better now. I don't know. It's one of those apartment communities that's crazy because it's huge and there's like
Yeah.
hundreds of people and
I think I live in a cool spot because like there's the main hub of the apartment,
yeah, yeah.
where like most of the things are happening. I'm kind of on the outskirt,
Okay, yeah,
and so my
yeah,
building has been pretty much
yeah,
untouched. We're just chilling. All my neighbors are cool. They're not loud. I'm probably the loudest neighbor
yeah.
in my complex, which is great because I'm barely
It's
there.
yeah, and
So,
actually, when I was there too, it's when all the apartments I've had, it's like it's so dependent on which one you get, you know, because for noise and all that
oh
stuff.
my
And I had a
God.
pretty good one, and not same, I was probably the loudest one there, but
Yeah, man.
that was a tangent just about stupid Portland
Yeah, yeah,
apartments. But
yeah.
I was gonna say, what are some of the dumbest things you've seen in Portland?
The dumbest things,
However that.
I mean, drivers, I think some drivers are just too polite. Like it's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think there's a certain level of passive aggressiveness that becomes a detriment. And I think that the city kind of embraces passive aggressiveness too much. What's some more dumb things that I see in Portland? I mean,
I just wrote that because like your little bit about it. I was like, that's a
yeah,
perfect kind of example of like we kind of create these problems for ourselves sometimes. And
yeah, yeah. But I mean, this city's really smart. This is probably one of the smarter cities actually, just because you have this city, it's not, some cities are just constantly being rebuilt. I
Mhm.
mean, maybe you've lived here longer, so you've probably seen it differently. But even the 7 years, like construction sites are minimal. They still maintain like nature within the city.
Yeah, yeah.
The transportation systems, the TriMet, art scene is cool here. I mean, the people are everyone's relatively in the know. They're like, all right, let's try to be a good person. So I mean, comparatively to like other cities I've lived in, this is one of the smarter cities for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
Let me see here. Oh yeah, let me get back to because like we were talking about. I've asked this to like every comedian that's come on here, I guess,
Mhm.
but like I think me and Robbie Sherman were talking about this because he's open for some of the Kill Tony
Oh
people,
yeah, I love that guy, Robbie. Love
and
him.
like, do you find that there's like, yeah, I was gonna have you like
You kind of look like
roast
Robbie a
him.
little bit.
I
You guys,
know,
yeah.
yeah, he's had this look, but he's constantly changing his look. I feel like.
Robbie had a birthday where everyone looked like him.
Oh, that's funny.
It was funny. I was
It's also kind of like egotistical or
well, I don't know
weird.
if he planned it. I think everyone planned it around
Okay,
him.
okay, okay.
He just
It
showed
wasn't
up.
his call, yeah.
He just showed up and everyone was looking like him.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. But what were you gonna say? You said he opened up for Kill Tony
Yeah, and
comedians.
I asked him about this of just like, because I would imagine, like I used to be, like there's a lot of people in the comedy scene here, or maybe just audience members who are like, that's kind of dumb. Like I'm not into Kill Tony,
Right,
and they don't
right.
like the jokes, they don't like the
Oh
people.
yeah.
I was
Oh
just
yeah.
curious about that and like what that's like doing comedy in Portland, if that's weird or
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I first came back from Kill Tony, everyone's gonna book me on a show. I'm like, we got Juan. And so I used to feel a little bit of shame, like when they would say, "Oh, well, you seen him on Kill Tony," because I knew it wasn't even my shame. It was the shame of me knowing how they feel about
right,
Kill
right,
Tony.
yeah,
So then I'd feel a type of way, like, yeah, I'm being painted as that guy. But I had to learn like it doesn't like you just this is your credit, dude. Embrace your credit. And so I just embraced my credit, and now I really don't feel that shame towards it anymore. But this scene for sure, Portland, this is a more politically correct scene.
Yeah.
Just like Seattle. Seattle's a little bit more.
Yeah.
So they have their reservations about slapstick shock value comedy. I mean, Kill Tony is an open mic basically that's famous. So it's like you're getting the bottom of the barrel type of comedians,
Right.
guys who just came off the street, guys who been this is their first time on stage. They just want to say something racist
Yeah.
on the
I'd say,
biggest stage.
I guess people who arguably don't know really how to do shock comedy, like or like pull it off in a way that the audience is accepting of or something.
Right. Be offensive, but convince the audience that it's funny.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like I think there's a I mean, there's like we're in an era right now for comedy where there's like there's different ecosystems, but
yeah,
we're all weirdly connected still because we have to be. But there's like a Pacific Northwest West Coast comedy. There's a Denver comedy scene. There's a Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, New Mexico comedy scene. There's the
like the
there
old New York kind
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's the new, of course, New York, New Jersey, Philly, Chicago comedy scene where they kind of care about the art a little bit more.
yeah,
Then there's the Southern, there's the Georgia, Virginia, DC comedy scene, Miami, Florida comedy
yeah,
scene.
yeah,
They're all different, but we all have to travel to make money. So it's like, for me, I'm like, I don't want to be too funny in Portland. I don't want to be too funny in Texas. I don't want to. I kind of want to be more broad. I want my comedy to kind of be funny. I can go anywhere and
yeah,
kill.
yeah, for sure.
And that's what I realized, like when you stay in one area and you just perfect your craft in one area and you don't travel, you kind of develop your style around what you think other people will like. So like people hate Kill Tony here. So like they have a different form of comedy, but if they go to Texas, they're probably gonna bomb because
Right, right.
Texas kind of requires they just require a different
Yeah.
level, like a different type of creativity.
Hmm.
And here they require different. So it's like I want to know all the scenes. Like
Yeah.
what's funny everywhere? Who's the guy everywhere?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, or
that's
the
probably the
gal. Yeah.
I'd say that's probably the best maybe explanation I've heard of that because I know a lot of times people don't even want to talk about it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just weird to me because I started going to Helium here when they first opened,
Wow.
and I was
Yeah.
like, it's just really cool. Like Ron Funches used to be there before he
Mm-hmm.
blew up and all this, and um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just weird to me that because I'm always like comedy's just about finding that line, and it's weird now that yeah, there's all these kind of weird factions, and but that makes sense the way you explained it. I think they're just it's like a regional kind of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
what works, there might not work everywhere, but
Oh yeah, I've seen purely Austin, Texas comics go to come in our area and bomb. Like
yeah,
silent crickets, terrible. They
yeah,
bomb, terrible, horrible. Then they're hating the crowd. They're like, "Oh, the crowd sucks." It's like, "No, dude, you are not adjusting
right,
to your
right,
crowd. Like you can tell the same joke. You just got to be more meticulous and you got to articulate your point in a less brash way."
yeah,
And then like I'll see Portland comics who've perfected their craft here and they'll go to a place like Austin or wherever and then bomb because they're tiptoeing around everything. They're too afraid to really say what they mean. Like some scenes need you to just get to the point. Some scene like here you can dance around the point a little bit and kind of dress it up and, and
yeah,
and put a little, garnish over here. But in some scenes they're like, get to the punch and be funny quick,
yeah, yeah,
We don't have all day. So
yeah.
yeah.
It is cool though. I was thinking it's just I don't know. I don't know if I was like converted into a Kill Tony fan, but I just think it's such a cool gateway to like for all comedians to like achieve a new level, and I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe there'll be other forms of that, like you were talking about with different regions and stuff, because it's just like a modern day. All these old talk shows are kind of gone, but people used to try to get on Johnny Carson and all this
Yeah,
shit, and
yeah.
it's like a modern day form of that in a way. But
Yeah, I mean, and I'm an independent, right? So like
yeah,
I don't foresee I don't foresee me signing my rights away to a like in a bad deal. I just don't
yeah,
see it. I spend too much time articulating contracts to do that. So why would I, why would I not appreciate this platform that allows you to literally go from being off the street to becoming somebody,
yeah.
anybody,
And one thing I was thinking about yours is you were up there with like some of the titans of I'm trying to remember
Shane,
Shane was up
Mark
there. Yeah,
Norman,
yeah,
Ari Shafir,
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that was the least nervous I've ever been,
for
like
that one. Yeah.
in that capacity. Yeah, because that was my second time, and I was super sober. Like because I remember when he asked me to come back, I was like, "That's it. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking nothing. I'm just gonna do 100,000 mics
Yeah.
until I get to
Just
this stage. Yeah,
repetition.
and I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be sober, and I don't want to blame anything on anything. And so yeah, I think when I did that stage that time, I was just like super.
You're
I
dialed
don't
in.
even yeah, like
Yeah.
because I was in the room when they revealed, and I still wasn't that nervous. Like, I was like, okay,
You're
this
just
is
ready
game
for that
time.
shit.
Let's
Yeah.
do this. This is what we're here for.
Is that the one with the long coat? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny, like some people like a lot of people come up to me, they're like, like some people love that set, some people hate that set. And that's what
Really?
I like. That's what I like. I like the my first set most people just love it. And then
Yeah.
the second set is like you have to pick a side. There's no
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't leave any room for like you to either like me or it was
For
like
sure.
love or
Yeah.
hate.
I
Yeah.
like that too, as just I think anyone who's a creator, it's like because if you just like dedicate to something, they're gonna attract people and people are not gonna like it. So I'm
Yeah.
totally on the same page with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, like yourself, you're a creator as well. I mean, you have your vision for show for how you want to create this vision, and it's like some people are going to see this and be like, I don't like it, Some people, I
Yeah.
don't like you.
Yeah.
But it's like, who cares? Like that's what makes this beautiful is that we're all going to die, and like in 1,000 years, this didn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying? So
also, yeah,
it's
if it's
like,
genuine, then it's just like those people will see that and be like, I'm into this too. And the people who aren't, that they won't be, and that's
Mhm.
totally fine. Um, I'm gonna kind of jump around here. I don't know why I
Please,
wrote these.
please, yeah.
Have you ever have you ever left a 1-star Google review?
No,
Okay.
I've been forced to leave a 5-star Google review before, but I've never left a 1 star
Like you've been asked to.
multiple times
Okay.
aggressively,
Kind of
like calling me like you didn't make I'm checking and you haven't, you
okay,
know,
okay.
it
A
was a
little
lot.
awkward, yeah.
It was awkward, yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's a good friend, it wouldn't be.
It was actually the person who got me into the apartment,
Oh,
like
okay.
the leasing agent or
Oh,
whatever.
they're trying to pressure you into, yeah.
Pressured the hell out of me for like 3 months, just calling my phone like, "Where is this review?" Yeah, it was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask a little bit about Reed, if that's
Oh,
okay.
please.
Um,
You can ask me anything. You don't even have
okay,
to
okay.
preempt it no more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Like, because like I said, I used to live next to there. I had some friends that went there. My girlfriend a long time ago used to work in one of the coffee places there. But like, 2013 era, I knew a lot of people went to Ren Fair.
Mhm.
I'm just curious, like, what that's like. I wrote down what is that like nowadays with fentanyl,
Oh my
which I don't
God.
even. I'm sure they're not doing it there, but I used to do a lot of drugs, and I know that I'd be worried about like tainting that shit.
Yeah. What was your favorite drug you did?
I mean, of all time, it's got to be ecstasy, just because it makes you feel amazing, and
Yeah.
um, but I don't know. I mean, cocaine's great too, but that's like 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
then it's also cut with who knows what.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious, like, what is it like today, 2026 Ren Fair, and some of the like wildest shit you've seen
Okay, let's
on
see.
campus?
So when I went to Reed, when I started going to Reed, I was 29. I was
Okay,
29 years
yeah.
old.
So you're probably a little older than
So
some of the
yeah,
kids, yeah.
the average age at Reed is like 19. So I'm like grown. I've already been to the military. I've already been
Mm-hmm.
divorced. I've been married.
You've probably seen wilder shit than
So like for
that,
me,
yeah.
I was and I lived off campus. So I was very much like I was like a thief in the night for my diploma. Like I was there. If you saw me, clearly I don't fit in. Like I don't, I don't mesh into the aesthetic of Reed.
Okay. That's one
But
thing I was gonna ask. Is it super white still? Or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
not going anywhere.
okay.
Yeah, 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 that's
I
staying.
heard
That's
something a
staying.
long time ago, like John Malkovich's daughter went there, and I was like, that's like the archetype that I would think of, but I don't know what the
Yeah,
demographics are
it's
like.
a very similar archetype. A lot of they thems are there. It's a very
Okay,
it's like I think 70% of the school is like queer to some degree.
okay, yeah,
So
makes sense.
it's everyone's very very intelligent, very very queer, very intelligent. I think I walked through Ren Fair 1 year. I think it was like the first year I was there. I walked through Ren Fair. That was cool. Like they they had like a performance in the middle of the lawn. Um,
Yeah, I just
yeah,
remembered they used to get like huge bands that would come out
yeah.
to that.
I think it's changed since COVID because I haven't heard of any like names.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very chill. Like I don't look at like I would walk around Reed and be like, these kids are lame, you know, like in my head, that's what I would say. Cause I'm like, these kids are quiet.
Yeah.
They don't talk. I'm like, do they even party? Like, what is this? Like, what
Yeah.
type of school is
I actually
this?
never thought about that. I bet post-COVID it's quite a bit different because there's a lot of
Yeah.
like kind of antisocial stuff and
And that demographic loves, like, they really embraced COVID.
okay,
Like the wearing the face
all that
mask,
stuff. Yeah.
just the
Yeah, yeah.
whole thing of it. And they were still wearing face masks in 2025, like
Yeah, yeah.
in class. Like, so for me, I'm thinking, I don't know. It just
Okay.
it didn't hit. It
That
didn't
makes
hit.
sense. Yeah,
It didn't
no.
feel like a real, like a college, like a people are drunk, throwing up
Yeah, yeah,
everywhere, or
yeah.
fighting stupid
That's one of the
stuff.
reasons I was asking because I bet it's a lot different. Like when I was hearing about it, and I never went to it,
Hmm.
but it was just like, yeah, you could do all the drugs you want. They had like drug stations or whatever
I
where
heard
you
about
like
that.
take a rest or they'd give you a sandwich or something.
I think they still do that.
It's just not as popping off as it was.
Yeah, I think me being 29, I was just very like chill about being there. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to be anyone's friend really. Like
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
I would just be really quiet and cool. Like no one knew I did comedy. No one knew
Really?
anything
Okay.
about me. No one knew I served in the military. Nothing about me. I would just sit in class, ask teachers hard questions they didn't want to answer,
Yeah.
and then be stay quiet. That was like how I got through school.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was a very
You're like a
like
spy in there or something.
yeah, word. No, seriously. I really honestly, yeah, kind of. Like I really just like studied their culture and their norms and then just took the knowledge I needed to and moved on. Like I went to college the first time when I was 18 and I failed because I didn't take it serious. So coming back this time, I'm like, I already know what I want.
Yeah.
I'm just knocking this school thing out and we're gonna keep pushing.
And
So
that was all paid military by the military or
hell
GI
yeah,
Bill or what?
brother.
Okay, that's awesome.
They
Yeah.
paid me to go to school. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see here. I had on here, we already talked about it, but like secret getting into Kill Tony.
Yeah, I mean, there's some other secrets, but I'm not privy to them. But the secrets that I know about are like, I mean, I know some people who've gotten on Kill Tony because they were so funny in the scene of Austin that people vouched for them, and then they got put on, like you
Okay.
know. But those people are like legendary now. You know, like Ari Matty,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't a bucket pull. He was like just really good.
This is kind of a hot take, but I was just telling my friend the other day, like he's great, but of all the regulars, he's just not my favorite.
Wow,
I don't know. But
he's my
somebody
favorite out
my
of all
friend
the
just told me the
regulars.
new Netflix that he did on there was like amazing, and
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
seen it yet.
yeah.
So
I love him, man. I'm so thankful that he even knows who I am. Like
really,
when I
yeah,
see him, it's we know each other and we shake up, and that's like affirming to me. I'm like, damn, I'm like on the right path. Like everyone in the industry in Austin, we're familiar with each other now. So I'm almost as entrenched in Austin comedy scene as I am in Portland. So it's
yeah,
like I
yeah.
got two like
It's the home
real
base.
homes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
real like and big homes. You
It
know.
almost seems like, do you feel like you have to be? Because it seems like Austin's just become a hub of the country, not maybe
It's
like
one of a it's
yeah.
yeah. It
It's like
would yeah.
LA's pretty strong too.
LA's cool.
Yeah,
LA will always be strong because Hollywood, you know.
yeah,
And I got to go to New York. Like I'm still in my infant stages of comedy. I've been blessed enough to perform at Comedy Store in LA and then and the Mothership. So I got to do the Cellar. That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Like
third.
the pillars. Yeah,
That's the triangle of life
yeah,
for a comedian,
yeah,
dude. You do those three, and you know that's cool. That's pretty
yeah.
cool. So
I was just thinking about the comedy store. How was that?
dude, it's freaking awesome,
Yeah,
man. It feels electric in the at the Comedy Store. Like I like being there. I almost was like kind of like silently envious. Like, damn, I kind of wish I like came up in this a little bit because
mm.
it's so cutthroat, but it's also so supportive. It's like supportively cutthroat. It's like the perfect amount of creativity and pressure to really make you or break
Yeah,
you. And I
yeah.
really love that, and I really appreciated that. Yeah, yeah.
It's what I love about comedy, and I don't know. I'm saying this, and I can't even really say it because I've never done stand up. But it's just such a almost like yeah, like a pressure cooker environment, and it just forces like merit and like hard work and all that stuff. And And if you don't do that, like, it's
Yeah.
gonna show. And
Yeah, yeah. And it's kind of like the military in that aspect. Like the first 4 years of comedy, the first 4 years of the military, you're just pushing a broom. You're just doing all of the BS that the
yeah,
underbelly, the things that are needed, but like the underbelly of comedy. You're doing all of that stuff. And then between like year 4 and 8, it's like, okay, like I'm good. I'm good at comedy.
yeah,
Like there's a reason I'm still here. And then year 10 is kind of where that's the make or break. Really, it's like once you get to year 10, it's like, okay, what am I doing here? Like,
yeah,
why am I still doing this? Do I plan on doing this for 20, 30? Do I plan on quitting? Like,
yeah, yeah.
these are real conversations that I think that at least I will have at year 10. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love stuff like that. It's funny because I years ago, before even like the comedy sketch stuff I was telling you about, and before this podcast, I made a bunch of hip hop videos, and I know people who've done hip hop for like that amount of time, and I love any endeavor like that where it's like it's either gonna pay off or it's not, and
Yeah.
and but I'm just like one of those people, like I'm committed. Like even with this show, I tell people if I do this for 10 years, it's gonna grow into
Yeah.
something, right? Like if
Right.
you're consistent and all that shit. And that's what I love about comedy too. It's this rigorous discipline and like.
hmm
And what year are you on now? You've been
I'm
doing it.
year 4, approaching 5.
Okay.
That's so real because it's like for me, I started comedy when I was 27. So I didn't have the ability to quit. Like, some people started at 18. They're like, this is a weird life to live. Let me take 4 years off, 5 years off.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't, I'm at the point in comedy where I can't take a huge hiatus off. Like, I'll get a week here, a month here if I'm lucky, but like, I'm in it now. And it's like, I lived 27 years of my life without worrying about being a comedian. So now I'm just like, mash the gas, dude. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
That
let's,
makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah, because I,
yeah.
especially being young, if you fail at something, it's easy to bail and just be like, "Fuck this! I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do this."
dude, and
At
I'm so
least,
glad. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
so glad I'm not I didn't start at 18 because I have so many friends who started at 18 and they only look at life through the lens of a comic. Like they don't even know how to just experience a life experience
yeah,
without
yeah,
trying to manipulate their experience into a joke. And like I lived 27 years free, like rent free, like no coordination of life to art. It was just experience. And then I'm like, oh, let's create art. And then that pivot. But
yeah,
yeah, the kids who start early, I'm like, damn, dude, you're ruined.
yeah. When
You're
you're,
a comic forever, dude.
yeah, I was gonna say you. I mean, you've had a lot of success even at year 4 here.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Well, I
it's a
mean,
good trajectory. Yeah.
I was kind of blessed to be in the position of life experience. Like I had a lot of life experience. So a lot of my jokes, even still to this day, are centered around my lived experience. So for me, it's like I'm pulling from real stories
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's organic. And I think the audience always were able to relate with that. And so I was always able to like make an impact early in my start.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I'm sure I don't know. Everyone who listens to comedy knows, like you said, it takes whatever 10. I don't know
10
if 10 years
years.
is the
10 years is the
standard, but
10
yeah,
years is the like
yeah,
the gold comedy standard.
yeah. Um, I'm guessing you don't have any of these because because I asked you the Google review thing, but I just wrote down go off stories. Like, have you ever like gone off on something? Like, I was
Yeah.
trying to think of one I did like years ago. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but 90 Highway 99 over here in Portland.
Mhm.
You drive in there, almost like coming into Hawthorne and Helium in
Mhm.
that area.
Mhm.
They used to always put a a police photo van over there, and
I hate the photo van
me
bans.
too. And like
Yeah.
I seen that snap go off, and I was just, I think it was like the night of or the next day or something, and I was so pissed. I was like, I'm gonna call. I don't even remember what number I called. Something with the city, and I was like, I'm a professional photographer. That shit's dangerous. You guys need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know, one example. But I was thinking, is there any like go off moments that you can? You just seem like such a nice individual that I don't know if you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's times where I mean, sometimes people try to get funny with the money after a show.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Um I
like clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes people will get funny. Um in the military, I remember I was trying to get out the military, and I wanted to transition to a different like department. Like I wanted to switch organizations within the
Yeah.
military.
Yeah.
But they were taking their sweet time, and they weren't, it was almost like they were stalling on purpose to like keep me within this mechanism.
Mm.
And it just really pissed me off to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm not even gonna stay in the military anymore. I'm gonna get in the National Guard, and I'm gonna get out the full-time
Mm.
military. So it's like there's moments where I get pissed off, but like that's when like my creative brain starts to spin. I'm like, how
Mm.
the hell can I like, how can I make this into my favor, even though they like right now I can't see it, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like I just start thinking really hard on how to figure things out. Like for school, like I'll just start bugging people in real life. That's like my go-to. Like if things really hit the fan, I'll just start I'll just start approaching people and asking them hard questions so that we can figure this out quick.
Just like
Yeah.
use your network of people to
Yeah.
make something happen, kind
Like
of
how
thing.
Portland's passive aggressive, I turn into like aggressive in the sense of like approach. Like, hey, what's going on here? Like, what are we doing?
Mm.
Why isn't this working? What how do we make this better? Like, you know, I'm here, you know. So,
Yeah.
I really don't like to, especially when it comes to like my future. I really don't like to take that kindly. Like, I mean, I filed for divorce, you know, so like that's just the type of person I am, you know.
Mm.
So like
Mm.
I like I'll push the paperwork, and
You're gonna
I'll
make that decision and be
yeah, I'll
like,
make it
"This is my
happen.
future."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll make it happen. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking, well, like, as the older I get too, like, it's I don't know, maybe that's just everybody, but humanity, but it's like my ability to rein that in is much better now. As I'm almost like 40 now, so
hmm
it's like
Dude,
you
congratulations, dude. Everyone's not making it to 40 anymore, man. It's scary.
yeah, I mean,
It's
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
scary now.
yeah. But I was just gonna say, it's like you kind of like have anger and you just see it pass, and you're like, well, whatever, it's
Oh
fine.
man.
I'm
Oh,
not gonna blow up and make a scene about. Well, actually, one of the things I wrote on here, I was just saying, I'm not gonna blow up and make a scene at Subway or something.
yeah.
But what's your do you have a Subway order? Do you like Subway sandwiches?
Dude, you know what's funny? I was just thinking about Subway like 2 days ago. There's a Subway downtown in Chinatown that I've been to before. I would say it'd be like a turkey sandwich, like turkey, like just multiple meats. I forgot the name. I haven't eaten at
Cold
Subway in a
cut
while.
combo. I
Yeah,
get that
and
one a lot
coconut
too.
combo with the what's the bread that has like the stuff on the outside?
Is it there's one that's like
Herbs and
herb and cheese or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So herbs and cheese, cold cut combo. Uh, what's the cheese with the holes in it?
Swiss, I
And
think.
then what's the
Swiss.
cheese? It's the half circle cheese.
Mm,
What is it, like
might be
provolone?
provolone. I
Yeah,
always get
yeah, yeah.
provolone, yeah.
Provolone. Then I do black pepper, oil, like oil and
Oil and
vinegar,
vinegar, yeah.
lettuce and tomatoes, peppers, all the peppers. Um, you got to get a cookie on the side
You get
too,
the
dude. You
cookie.
got to get
Okay,
a
okay.
raspberry cookie, just
They're
one.
like 3 for $1 or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
I
I just
think. I
want
don't
one
know.
though. I'm always like the
Yeah.
one. Just give
Yeah.
me. I don't. I'm not the biggest sweet guy, but like, hook me up.
I
And
just
then
think it's funny how everyone like I have had this almost the same order, and it's like ingrained in my brain. Like,
oh,
and I
dude,
know
yeah.
when I go to Subway, I'm like, it's like a mechanical order. But I was thinking about that because I went today and I got breakfast for the first time
They
there.
have breakfast at Subway
And
now.
I don't know if I could recommend it, but yeah. It
What?
was like, I was just like, I want some, I love breakfast food. And I was like, I'm going to try it. I've never had it. And the one thing I'll say is they took the eggs out of like I don't know what the fuck it was,
Some
like a
BS, dude.
cooler. It
It's
was like a cooler or something. And then they put it in the microwave.
that's
And I was like,
crazy.
immediately, I was like, this is not going to be that great.
Uh,
But they did toast. It was weird because they microwave it and then they toasted it after. I was like, that's a little better, but I don't want no microwave shit from.
no, and I don't want to see it be like. I'm sure McDonald's microwaves the sausage egg McMuffin, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But like, as long
Yeah,
as
you
I
don't
don't
want to
see
see
this,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
good, dude.
The
Just
girl's like waiting there, just looking at the timer, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what am I paying for here?
It's too much transparency. At a certain point,
Yeah.
that's the thing about Waffle House too. Like when you go to, have you ever eaten at Waffle
I've
House?
never been, but I want to go because I smoked cigarettes for 10 years. And I know
Okay,
you
you
can still
gotta
smoke in most of them, right?
really.
In the South, that's what I've heard. You can smoke it a
I
lot.
haven't seen that. I haven't. You could definitely smoke outside of it, but I don't know if you could.
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't.
Maybe that's changed. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have changed, but I mean,
I've heard about the fights and
the
all.
fights,
Yeah.
but the transparency. So just like back to the Subway transparency, Waffle House extra transparent. You can
Okay.
see everything. You can see the dirty dish they're using to
All
cook
the
your food on.
line cooks
You
and all
you
that.
can
Yeah.
you can sit in front of the lady barely wash the dishes. Like I love it. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's a great place.
I mean, at least you can see. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, look at her talking to me while she's barely washing these dishes. This is
Yeah.
great. But yeah, the nastiest thing I ever saw at Waffle House from staring too long back there is the fattest cockroach, dude. Just fall in the pancake batter. I was like, well,
Fall in. Oh my
I was
god.
like, no pancakes for me.
That's that just made me think, I was talking about the Roxy earlier downtown. I had a friend who worked there like after a year. Like I said, I went there like hundreds of times. I would because it's just great if you're at like a bar or even a comedy show. You go there at 2 in the morning and get
Oh,
breakfast.
that's so cool.
But later, my friend worked there, and I went there once in the daytime, and I just got like a regular 2 egg breakfast, and I get it, and the the toast just has mold on it,
That's crazy.
and I'm like, my friend was working, and I'm like, dude,
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you
I
return food if it's
if it's
bad?
like that, I will, but otherwise, I'm kind of a pussy when it comes to that
Same.
stuff.
No,
Because
same.
I don't want to be a bitch about it, and
Yeah.
but I pulled because I knew him. He's still a good friend of mine. He's been on this podcast actually, but I was like, dude, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, sorry, dude, I'll get you some new toast.
He just cuts around the
Yeah.
mold and takes the mold.
I was just like, I can't. What am I gonna do? Force myself to eat that? But
Oh,
have you ever
man.
had anything worse? That was the worst thing, the cockroach thing.
So
Like as far as the eating experience.
yeah, like cold food, undercooked food. I've gotten hair in food.
Mhm.
There's a string where me and my family would go to this restaurant and I'd always get hair in my food. Always. Just like always.
Every time.
And I would just pull it out and put it to the side and try to eat it. My parents were like, nah, we gotta return this shit. Fuck that. I'm like, dude, they're gonna spit in my food. That's way worse. I'll
Yeah.
take hair over spit any day. But that's probably the
pretty bad,
worst.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, you've
yeah.
had a lot of jobs too. I was thinking because that's what like I've had. I guess at least only one food service. It was on my
Mhm.
first job was I was working at a buffet, which don't really exist anymore. I
Nice.
guess.
What's the good buffet that's around here still?
Hometown or
No,
I don't even think
it's
they're.
in Vancouver now. Damn.
Is it like a regular? It's not like Chinese. You can get
No,
anything.
no, it's American buffet. It's a
Okay.
specific American
Oh,
buffet.
Golden Corral. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been to one of those, but I would go. I would
What?
go. Yeah.
Dude, I love Golden Corral.
I love buffets too, but what I was gonna say is like all my food service friends, including the one who gave me moldy toast, was like, they're like, that's what they say. They're like, if I get shit from a customer, I'm gonna spit in their food or do
Yeah.
something, and that's why I
I'm gonna
like
rub it on
that's
my balls.
yeah, that's why I never fuck with them.
Yeah, my
Like,
sister returns good food. She returns good plates of food. I'm like, what are you doing? The food is good. Like, what are
you're just asking for
yeah? It's like
some
I
bodily
ordered
fluid.
potatoes, not fries, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, you're gonna get more than you're gonna. All right,
Okay.
you keep that up.
And you mentioned some of those jobs I wrote down on here, first job and worst job.
Oof. Okay. My first ever job was in the military.
Because you said 18. You went,
Yeah, 18. I didn't get a job when I was like a teenager. And then my worst job. Wow. It's crazy.
And you don't have to. A lot of people I ask that, they're like, I don't want to.
I mean, I don't care about that part.
Discourage
It's
my
just like I
job.
liked every job because I've never had like a traditionally sucky job.
Yeah.
I've had sucky jobs within being in the military,
Yeah.
but I've never like I wouldn't consider that a sucky job,
It's like an assignment or something.
Yeah, I would say I sucked at being a real estate agent the most.
Really?
Like so the job I sucked at the most was real estate agent. Just cuz I got my license January 2020. COVID hit.
It's a hard time at COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, COVID hit and then I didn't want to go out there and I didn't want to go out there and just talk to people and just
Yeah.
like make I didn't want to do it.
It's
So
a
I
weird
would
thing.
yeah.
Like because before my current job I worked in the mortgage sort of industry for
Oh,
like 4 years.
nice.
And that mortgage and real estate is very just like
Mhm.
old school about putting on a persona of
Mhm.
just like, hey, I'm
Hi.
a married individual
Yeah.
and you want to buy a home because if you want to make it happen, I don't know. It's just very like personality oriented and you have to be friendly. You got to put on the face.
Yeah, you
and
got to
all
just
that.
be the whole person,
Yeah.
and it didn't feel organic to me. Like I would take like there would be girls that I'd go on dates with and they were looking to buy a home and I'd be like, "Perfect. I'll show you homes." So I almost sold a home to a girl I went on a date with one time. I showed her like 5 really good homes,
Yeah.
but every time we'd be in the house, she'd be like, "This is so great," but she'd be like, "I'm not married," and I'm like, "Look, do you want to get married?
Yeah,
How about
it's like a double deal
whatever it
there,
takes to
yeah.
get to get the
Yeah,
commission?"
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I took a few dates to like open houses and stuff like that, and almost closed the deal, almost sold a home, but yeah, never sold a home as a real estate agent.
Okay.
So I'd probably say I sucked the most at being a real
Yeah.
estate agent.
I think that's a good thing, honestly, because
Yeah,
like I said, a lot of these people and I've had a couple on the show, but like a lot of them are kind of just like fake ass people and they make so much money. Like these transactions are huge.
yeah,
And all
yeah.
they do is just like do a showing, or the mortgage people are worse because you're just doing paperwork for
Yeah.
like pay for
There's
the
some real
home.
scams in the real estate industry. Like there's jobs that are cleaning up and they're chilling.
Yeah. And you get
They're
like what,
caked.
couple percent of that purchase, and
Yeah.
that's like you're making bank, you know.
Dude,
But that's why I
yeah.
say it's a good thing. To me, it just means you're a better person, probably.
I mean, I'm glad I got the knowledge. I'll say that. Like, if there's anything I appreciate from that job, it was the countless hours of reading real estate law
Oh yeah.
that have like embedded themselves into my brain. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, I'm always thinking, how can I get a home? How can my family continue their generational wealth? How can we continue to elevate? Like that's kind of like what that got into me. Like I used to listen to Grant Cardone. That was
Oh
like
yeah.
when he was
Yeah.
around, that
Yeah.
was when I was getting my real estate license. So like I just remember listening to him and just like the certain music I'd play, I'd play like rappers who really preach like owning your own
Yeah.
shit.
Buying
And
that shit.
and
Yeah.
so that was like my whole mentality in that time period. So I mean, I would never go back in time and change that. Like that's even though I sucked, that's priceless.
Helped build you as a person.
Oh yeah, dude. And I read contracts. Like I dated a girl who was a model and she never read her contract. And her contract was only like 1 page. It was only
Yeah.
1 page. Like
Yeah,
when we
some people, yeah.
I was like, what? You didn't you this is 1 page, it's a
Yeah.
good contract.
I think it's like, yeah, I don't know, especially with like the online shit now, people don't even, they'll just like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
click accept on that shit and whatever.
Dude, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm guilty. I think humans, we're all kind of guilty of clicking through some BS
For
contracts on the
sure,
internet,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm
A
like,
a
you see,
home is a different, yeah,
oh, you gotta fit. This is you.
yeah,
This is a real contract. Like,
yeah,
that's binding.
yeah. You
And
could be signing that and it's like, oh, there's a 20% interest or something, or
yeah, in perpetuity. Like
yeah,
all these weird words that no one can
yeah.
pronounce.
What about the bouncer shit? Was that pretty?
Oh, dude, being a bouncer in Seattle, because I was a bouncer on First Street. I don't know if you know where First Street is, like where the stadium is, like the baseball
The
stadium.
Seahawks stadium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Seahawks are on First Street, but
It's
they're
the
MLB.
Mariners.
The Mariners are on
Is
First
that
Street.
by the Amtrak and all that stuff down there?
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't fully remember.
Because I think aren't they all like the baseball stadium, the NFL? They're kind of all in the
They're
same.
kind of all in the
Yeah.
same thing, but like First Street is like the main street in Seattle. It takes you all the way up. But I worked there and it was really cool. It was a cool club. It was a real club. I was a young bouncer. I was still in the military, so I was like getting money from the military, and then like I found out like this trick on how to get more money as a bouncer. Like what I would do is I'd look at the line. I'd see like a dude who thought he was hot shit. He was with like 4 or 5 women. I'd be like, hey guys, if you guys give me a 20, I'll
There
get
you
you
go.
all in for free,
There you go. Yeah.
So he feels like the man, and
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
feels good here.
And it
It's a
seems like the
win-win.
clubs would want that anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But
But that was just you're taking that. Yeah.
I
It's
was,
your own side
dude, I was
money. Yeah.
killing. I was killing. Like I would leave the bouncer shit with like a sock because I would just shove all my
Hell
20s
yeah.
in my
Yeah.
sock,
Yeah.
and I was cleaning up, dude.
Well, because
Cleaning
otherwise,
up.
what are you just doing hourly?
Yeah, I
How
don't
would
know. I don't even remember.
or they pay you by the night or something?
I think they paid me off the books. It was I was like one
Oh,
of the off the book bouncers, but I did that for a while, for a few months. Um, and I remember I remember one day I was coming out and I just saw all the other bouncers huddled up in a circle and they were just passing each other money, like on some secret shit, like the main money. And I was like, whoa, like, oh, these guys are like, they're being fake. And so I was like, okay, this is cool. So I don't know. I just ended up quitting. I was like, I just didn't show up anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this
It's a good
doesn't
feeling
feel
though.
like because there's like different personalities in being a bouncer, right? There's like, like me, I'm pretty chill as a bouncer. Like I'm not trying to rile the guys up. Everyone's drunk already. Everyone's hammered. Everyone's trying to fight.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who puts both my hands on you guys' shoulders. Like, hey guys, come on.
You're here to
What are we doing?
diffuse,
There's
yeah.
women everywhere. Why are we fighting for? This is
Yeah.
dumb. You guys are idiots.
Yeah.
That was me. But there were some guys who were kind of like, no, fuck that,
I'm
dude. We're
sure,
fucking,
yeah.
yo, come on, bro. Like
It's
it's
gotta be
like,
filled with guys that just wanna fight every night,
yeah,
right?
and guys who are like don't want to fight on their own. They're like, oh, I got this arsenal of other bouncers. Oh, I'm gonna leverage my job as a way to bully men,
Yeah.
so I can feel dominant in this space surrounded by women.
Mhm.
So there's like a multitude. So I mean. Sure, I was making my money on the side. They were doing their own little Ponzi scheme. Like everyone was doing some janky shit.
Yeah.
But like, I think the real thing that got me was just the lack like syncness, and I didn't feel. I felt like being here, I'm gonna have to fight somebody when I don't have to. Like
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it, it just didn't. I was like, if I have to defend myself, I will. But like, if we got bouncers like adding fuel to the fire, I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
be a part of this
Yeah, and
toxic
it's a
environment.
pretty big, bodily risk to take just for,
Yeah.
like, a club or whatever, I
For
don't
some
know.
club, they don't even
Yeah.
care about me. I gotta like pick up all these shares after it's over and like clean this place. Like, no, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, like, now that you're graduated, you're just doing comedy strictly? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing comedy full time right now. I'm also searching for a part-time job, just so I can have a supplemental income
Yeah.
while I'm doing that, and also searching for like graduate programs to get into. So
Oh, 'cause, yeah, you wanna say you wanna be a
mhm. Yeah, I
psychologist?
want to get my PhD in psychology.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
partially ego why I want my PhD, but like I still want it. I just, yeah, I feel like I want to do that till I can't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
think that's a cool path, yeah, 'cause you could, still do comedy and do that, and
Yeah,
cool,
yeah, yeah, man. I think both the worlds kind of overlap very, very, very
Yeah,
seamlessly,
yeah.
and yeah, it's been beautiful, kind of studying both art forms in their right. Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like they both kinda inform each other.
yeah.
You were born in Berlin, right? Do you rem
Berlin.
do you remember any of that or
I have no recollection of Berlin, Germany.
okay.
My brother, he lives in Berlin right now. He's half German. Um, and yeah, he's a cool guy. He speaks German. He's Jewish now. So he's like a cool bevy of fun. But so I plan on visiting him sometime soon. Like he's like a diplomat out there. So he's kind of
Oh,
like he's
wow.
kind of like he's doing his
Damn.
own little cool shit.
He's younger, older?
We're like the same age, dude.
Okay.
My dad was a fun guy back in the day. He was like my dad
Yeah.
was like a 6'2" bodybuilder, black guy in Germany. Of course women want to want to experience this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So that's just what happened, man. I know I like shoot him shit. I'm like, I know we got more out there, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like
He's like, "I can't deny that," yeah. That's funny, though. I mean, that's a cool place to be born, I guess, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, from what my brothers told me, I mean, he's had, that it's a specific upbringing, there's a way of life, there's a culture out there, a lot there, people are a lot more intertwined in certain aspects. So yeah, I really appreciate
Yeah.
him and his me being able to gain that perspective off of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you ever done any other international travel or
Let's see, Kuwait,
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? You were in Yeah.
Afghanistan, Korea,
Damn, dude, yeah.
Mexico, a
Was that
lot.
all military or
No, no, no. Well,
some of
now
it?
that I'm in Mexico, Korea wasn't military. Um, I went to a lot of the Caribbean islands. Like there too many.
Mm,
I can't like name them all off the top of my head, but
that'd be dope. I've always wanted to go somewhere over there.
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's freaking beautiful. It's you get a lot of peace of mind out there. Like the people are so It's like it's just a different world. Like when people aren't all on their phone, you walk around here, people are just like looking down in the store at their phone or whatever. It's like people in these smaller countries with less infrastructure are more reliant on community. So like people are still they still that communication aspect. People are still outside. You have to like talk to people and like
Yeah,
converse,
yeah. I
you
was
know.
just saying this yesterday. I was doing this little class thing about civics, and a lot of the people were just saying like it's just they're talking about like the online world versus the real world, and I'm just like
Mhm.
it's just yeah, community's just been destroyed by a lot of the online world, and it sucks.
Dude,
And
yeah.
I hope that it kind of comes back, and like I see a couple of the people I know in like Gen Z and younger that are kind of anti, like they don't want the smartphone and all that shit, and I hope that that kind of revives some of that community, but it's hard to fight against because it's addictive.
Yeah, it's addictive. It's prevalent. Like
And
you
it's like
need it.
required, yeah, for
Yeah.
for business and to make a career and all that stuff. And
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, even me, it's like I didn't have to have my cell phone as a kid. Like I could just go outside and my parents aren't tracking my location. Like thank God, like the cell phone tracking came after I was an adult.
yeah, yeah,
'Cause like I remember I was working with a guy who had a kid in high school and he was able to like the guy I was working was able to look at his phone and be like, "Oh, my son's still in school."
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
nah, bro. Like, I want my kid to have freedom to skip school.
yeah, yeah.
Like there's a beauty in adolescence when you feel like even though you're not in control, but you feel like you're in
You
control.
got some
Like
of that freedom, yeah,
these spurts
yeah.
of random freedom.
I remember, yeah. Was there anything like that that you remember? Because I was gonna say, I remember I grew up in Southern Oregon, and we were like, we're going to Eugene for the. We like, I think we skipped school or something,
Yeah, like fun
and I took
stuff.
my shitty K car, and like four of us were like, we're gonna go in there, and it just like has a danger element to it, and
Yeah.
you're like, maybe we'll get caught, maybe not, but yeah, there was no fucking trackers or any of that
Yeah,
shit.
like imagine as soon as you and your friends pull off to go to Eugene, your mom calls you immediately, like,
Yeah,
"Where the
right.
fuck are you
I
going?"
see that you've left
It's
town.
only
Yeah.
it's only 12 p.m. Why the fuck is your dot away from
Yeah.
school right now? You're
Yeah.
like, "Mom."
It
You
is
know?
weird. Yeah, I was literally talking to somebody yesterday who did that, and I think this person's son was like an adult, like in their
What?
20s, and but it's just like, whoever wants to turn the tracking on, you can do it. And
Fuck. Like I get it. Like I got a lot of women friends who do that, I get it. Like I can't
what,
you
tracking their
can't
men or
no, well, possibly.
or you're saying with their
But
kids or
like I have a lot of women friends who like give their location to their
oh,
friends.
for safety. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's like so they got like 7 people who know their
Yeah,
exact
yeah,
pinpoint
yeah.
location, which yes, like that's dope. But like at the same time, it's like it's like removing.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
don't
agency kind of
know.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm big on agency. I think that's like one of my. I think that's a pet peeve. I don't know. I might have to say that as a pet peeve now.
Yeah, well, I always ask people that pet peeves. I like the stupid I like all the pet peeves, but the stupid ones too.
Yeah, I got a lot
Um,
of dumb pet peeves too. Like,
yeah, what else you got? Yeah.
I mean,
I always tell people what bugs because I tell people I sleep with my socks on, and they're like,
oh,
that's
that's tough. That's
disgusting.
tough. Sock gotta come off. Pillow in between the legs for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, pillow.
You got at least two. Yeah.
Yeah, at least two pillows for sure. Yeah, I got a few pet peeves. I mean, I don't like to drink straight from the like let's say I have an orange juice
Oh yeah,
in the
yeah,
fridge.
yeah.
I don't drink from the so I don't like when people drink
You gotta
from.
pour in it a
Yeah,
receptacle,
you gotta
whatever
pour
you
it.
call
We
it.
need a
Yeah.
conduit, dude. You can't
Conduit.
don't skip the middleman,
I like that. That's a good
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
When we were talking, a second ago about technology and stuff, I always ask comedians about
Hmm.
AI in comedy because, like I was telling you, I've made video sketches and stuff, and this was maybe a year or two ago, but I would have it try to write a comedy sketch, and it was just like the most dog shit. It would be like just like puns and like I don't know, but I'm curious what you think about that, and also like
Hmm.
sort of TikTok comedy in this newer kind of generation. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, you can feel a comedian making comedy in real time for clips. Like you can feel that. So that's like probably the first wave of like the internet starting to really come at comedy. Is like people are people are intentionally creating moments for a clip on the
Flipping,
internet,
yeah,
and you can
yeah,
feel them kind of pushing for it.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, that was like the first wave, and then it was like, okay, everyone's posting clips now. Now this is just what everybody does, and then like AI started to come into like play as well. And like I've heard people say that they use AI to like round up a joke or add a tag or add a punchline. I personally keep art and AI separate.
Yeah.
Uh, AI in school, best friends.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
I don't give
sense.
a fuck. Hey,
Yeah.
school costs money. It's a capitalistic society. I feel like there may be some overlap in that regard. But for my art, I feel like art is more central to me. I think I'm doing school for them, whoever the hell them is.
Yeah, yeah.
But art is more central to me, and because I cherish art as an entity attached to myself. I'm like, nah,
Yeah. When it's funny,
nah,
like I don't know when it was a couple
can't
years
do it.
ago when everyone's saying, it's like artificial intelligence, and I was thinking like intelligence and creativity are two different
Yeah.
things, right? Am
Well,
I crazy? I don't know, dude.
well, I mean,
I
I
guess
mean,
you'd have to be intelligent to be creative, but
well, I don't even. I mean, intelligence is a construct. Like that's what I appreciate Reed for. Reed help me continue to look at things from like outside box perspectives. And so for me, I'm like, intelligence is a construct. Intelligence is what someone who was in power deemed intelligence
right.
to be.
Because
Like,
somebody's got to put a metric on that,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. Like, I mean, the SAT test,
Yeah.
like people are cheating on these now. They like, I just heard that there's just certain California schools that don't even require SAT anymore because of how, bias everything has their own bias to it. So
Yeah,
even the
yeah.
word intelligence is like, okay, what does intelligence mean? It means you can read, you can type 100 words a minute, you can articulate a novel, but that same person who can do both those things may not be able to walk into a room of 10 people and and orchestrate like harmony,
Yeah, yeah.
and that requires way more intelligence than
Yeah.
spitting out or regurgitating facts.
Yeah, I was thinking
So
it's almost like the old I don't know what the opposite would be, the street smarts versus school
yeah,
smarts or whatever. It's like they're both like impactful forms of, I guess you'd say, intelligence, but
they should make a college for street smarts.
there you go.
That would be freaking
That would be
cool.
cool.
That would be really cool.
Uh but yeah, it is. I was thinking, yeah, even the SAT, it's like you're gonna have to set a criteria of like what are you even looking at, first of all? I mean, I don't
Mhm.
even know what it is, math or whatever the fuck it is. I
Like
never
math,
took the
math, reading,
SAT, so
arithmetic.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
shit
like you
like
have to
that.
like set those boundaries, and then yeah, it's like that's all has a viewpoint and a bias, and
And there
so
was
that
like
makes
a
sense.
cheating scam on the SATs for
Really,
like
really.
USC or some shit. There was like some school that got hit with like mad
They
like
were inflating it
scandals.
or
Yeah, like
something,
a
or
lot of the parents were cheating on the SATs and everyone was in
oh,
cahoots.
is that the one that the celebrities were having their
Yeah.
kids get in there and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like what really is intelligence? And that's kind of what I learned being at Reed is like, oh, I can easily do college. Like college isn't hard at all. But what's hard is getting in the classroom. That's the
Yeah.
hardest part. The hardest part about college is the financial aid, the transportation, the room and board, all that's the hard part. Once
Yeah.
you're in class, most of the time the teachers are like, all these kids paid to be here. As long as you show
Right.
that you
Right.
really want to graduate
You
and you turn in your shit on time,
make a
like
good effort. Yeah.
I'll pass. You'll
Yeah.
pass. So that's kind of how I looked at school at a certain point. And I'm like, okay, this is just a mechanism to get to where I want to be. Like this
Yeah.
this this doesn't define me. Just like the military.
Yeah.
Like I joined a certain section of the military that was very hyper masculine. It was special operations area of the military. And I learned that it was the same thing. Like a lot of people get into that because they already have these values and they want to be confirmed. They want to get more radicalized. For me, I was like, I want to understand multiple aspects of myself and humanity. So I never got radicalized because I was always able to step outside of this moment and like remember who I am in that. Yeah.
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 I was saying, I don't remember if maybe they said something about let's not kill Tony, but it's hard to like pick, like you're a fit and tall individual, but it's hard to picture you in that because like you are a very humanitarian person. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite compliments is like, dude, I didn't know you. I would have never guessed you
Yeah.
even though. That's like, I was like, oh yes, I'm doing something right.
Like you
All
have
right,
the
go on.
stature for it, but like you're just a very you know, personable, you know, individual. And like you say, you're not hyper masculine or you're not like trying to just be like a super giga chad or I don't know what you call it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're in this era now where a lot of people are like performatively being hyper masculine.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like missing the point, and then people are associating this performative element to what real masculinity is, and then there's this attack on masculinity that people may feel. I don't know if you feel this attack on masculinity in any way, but there's this feeling of people who feel that way. And I think that you can understand your masculinity while also not having to portray a falser image than
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely changed a lot for sure. And it's like, I don't know. The weird thing about it, I think it's also like related to aging. I've always said before too. It's like, and maybe I don't know if it's good or bad. I think some of it's good, but like as I get older, I just do, I still do a lot of the same shit I did when I was in my 20s. I don't do drugs anymore, really. You know, not hard drugs anyway, but as far as like my kind of daily life, a lot of that's kind of the same. And like, I think we're gonna have people who are like in their 60s and 70s. They're kind of just doing the younger lifestyle. Maybe it's younger to them. I don't know what the hell the newer generations will do, but it's just weird. Like aging's different, and then also yeah, like masculinity, femininity is different, and
Yeah, I mean, I won't call this like because you asked me what's dumb about Portland or whatever.
yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily call this dumb, but I would say that this is one thing that's much more unique to this city than most cities is that I think in the next 20 or 30 years, we're going to be one of the first cities that have like 70, 65, 70-year-old bartenders. Like
I
I
could see
really,
that. Yeah,
because like we already kind of have 45 and 50-year-old bartenders
yeah,
in this
yeah,
city,
yeah,
depending on where you're at.
yeah,
But like this city, like I really feel like this city's gonna be the leading people in
yeah.
80-year-old
I was
bartenders.
just like are you picturing them like they're still like hipster kind of or like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Because
so
this living in Portland is like a weird dystopia. Like I've been here 7 years. It does not feel like 7 years. I would
yeah,
say it felt like 3 years. It felt like 3 years, but seven just goes so fast because
yeah, yeah,
it's dark, it rains a lot, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
sit in the house maybe, and just the days flip off the calendar,
yeah.
and you just wake up, you're like, holy shit, it's August already. Oh, how did we get here?
Mm-hmm.
You
You
know,
got
and
9 months of rain and all
yeah,
that. Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's like back to the winter, and then it's like you keep like it's like you're skipping time. So I feel like a lot of people, because there's a lot of people working jobs that aren't going to provide them with like a 401k or a retirement plan. They just keep doing them,
yeah, yeah,
they get their paycheck, they drink it off, they keep
yeah.
it's like it
Well,
just
there's yeah. I don't know. You made me think. There definitely is an element of that with like I think men and women,
oh yeah, yeah,
but
this
it's
is not gender,
yeah,
this is
but
yeah, yeah.
it's like you know it's kind of what I was talking about. I guess of like people just want to have that like young life forever, and then before
Mhm.
you know it, you're a
You're 80.
7-year-old
You're like, oh
bartender. Yeah, and you're still. I always said in I don't know if it's Portland. You'd know better than me, but like in Portland, a lot of the bartenders have just total agency to be a complete asshole, and
Mhm.
it's fine. Like you're gonna do what you have to do to get a drink if you're there for that.
Yeah.
But it just depends on where you go to. Like some bars are fine and bartenders are great. In some places, it's just like you got to fight to get in there, and the bartender's just total a hole. And
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I mean, we have that. We like this city definitely has that culture
same with
of.
baristas a little
Yes, what
bit.
I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of these jobs that people genuinely occupy. It's not even like a temporal thing. It's like this is who I am. I
yeah,
am the bartender at this dive bar. This is who I am.
yeah,
Everyone knows me for this. I got a large group of friends because everyone knows me for this. And it's like this is just how can they separate?
yeah.
You want to replace their entire identity with something new? What are they? Who
Right,
am? I don't know who I am.
right.
You
If
know?
I'm not a bartender, barista,
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'm curious to see what the bar scene looks like in 25 years.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Oh god, it's getting windy out there. You guys probably can't hear that, but
Mhm.
let me go through. I have a bunch of these
Oh
just
yeah.
random questions.
Hell yeah. I love this type of stuff,
I
man.
wrote down, yeah, I wrote
Hell
down
yeah.
Zen because it's
That's
right next to Robbie Sherman, and I know he does where I wrote
dude,
it. I know
Zens.
he's on that. Are you into that at
I've
all?
never done that, but being that I go to Austin so much and Texas so much, there's Zen. Everyone Zens. That's
Okay,
like the
yeah.
thing. Like the people Zen so much in Texas that they got signs by the urinal like "Don't leave your Zen in the urinal." Like that's like those are like real signs in
People live in those
bathrooms.
little round,
Yeah, they
or,
leave
or
the
the pouches, or
yeah, they leave the pouches in the
okay,
piss urinal, so it can't even flush. It
it's
just
all
sits
blocked.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So like that's how much Zens are
it's yeah. It's
Zens are
weird.
in.
I've never done it, but like I said, I smoked cigarettes for like 10 years, and I understand if it's the nicotine, I
Mhm.
guess. But it's crazy how it's taken off, and
Well, you got to think like everyone is like into that. You know, we're in the Rogan Spear era of life, so whatever he promotes and pushes.
part of that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Zen is like off the family tree of Joe Rogan to some
What it also,
degree.
yeah, I was thinking it also seems like a lot of MMA people do that. But I don't know if you remember too. I don't know if you're an NFL fan, but Baker Mayfield or I
Mhm.
think it was
The
him.
quarterback?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
for
Mhm.
the Buccaneers,
Mhm.
he like got fined because he was doing Zen on the sideline. There's some
That's
like rule
crazy.
against it, and I was like, come on, he's just sitting there. And
There's it's marketing shit. It's not like a real rule. It's like, hey, we have our sponsors are these
you're
guys.
totally right about
You're
that.
you're
Yeah,
taking money. You're
they're like,
messing up
this
the
isn't
pocket.
paid ad placement
Yeah,
here.
everything.
Yeah,
That's what I'm realizing. Like everything's connected back to money. Like it's you'll be hard pressed to like have a problem with society and then not trace it back to some sort of financial lineage. You know, like
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
everything has that.
yeah. Um, kind of like gonna ask you here.
Hell yeah.
Do you like Doritos or Takis or anything like that, or
Like the Takis, like the
the
chips.
little round ones? Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Do you like
cool.
either of
Takis
those?
are cool. I've had a few Takis in my life, but
Is there a favorite? You got a favorite of those, or
I'd probably say I'm not well versed in Takis, but I'd say like spicy
okay?
Takis. Like yeah, yeah, anything
They
spicy.
they got like blue ones and all this stuff.
Yeah, they've gone crazy, dude.
Do you like crunchy or smooth peanut butter, or maybe you don't like peanut butter?
Oh, I love peanut butter. I like smooth peanut butter. Maybe with like a nut in it or two.
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, like I like M&Ms with the peanuts in them for sure. But
Those are good, yeah.
like peanut butter in general, I love it. I love putting peanut butter on mushrooms, and that's how you make the taste go away.
Oh, like drug mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like I've never done that. I've done a lot of mushrooms, but I've heard of people putting them in sandwiches. I guess that's probably what they
Hmm.
would do is PBJ.
I went on a shroom trip with my one of my parents for Christmas, and
That's
that was
pretty
good.
interesting,
It
yeah.
was their first ever trip, and I took them to the coast. We got an Airbnb overlooking the beach. Great
That's
day.
cool,
I
yeah.
was like, let's get these mushrooms going. And they were tripping their ass off for like 7 hours. It was freaking great. Have you ever put like given your parents like a psychedelic?
I was gonna say I smoked weed with my mom one time, and it was just to me it was like kind of sad because
It is kind of sad.
I've smoked weed for like at least 20 years, and you just see them, they just like are uncontrollably laughing and all the typical kind of teenage bullshit,
Mhm.
and I'm just sitting there like this is just normal for me, like,
This is
it's
a cup of
enjoyable, but
Joe.
yeah. But no, I never done psychedelics. That would be something.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I,
It's been cool.
I was gonna say I did them once. I don't know, where were you at on the coast? Was it Oregon coast?
Lincoln City, yeah.
Okay, because I did them once in around Tillamook, and
Nice.
it was kind of a bad experience because I went with a bunch of friends in an old like Chevy. What do you call it? Just an old like '70s Chevy van,
Mhm.
and it was in the daytime. We went to like a state park or something, and we were. It was probably so obvious to everyone what we were doing, but we took a bunch of mushrooms. We would go out and smoke like joints and cigarettes
Mhm.
on the little hiking trail out there, and people
Yeah.
would just be walking by us like,
What
"What
are you
the
guys
fuck's
doing?
going on with these 20-year-old people?" And then we come back to the van, and there's like a note on the van that's like, "Go back to Portland, you fucking hipsters," and all this stuff. And then we're just sitting in the van like terrified, like who put the note
Who
on
did
here?
this?
And you gotta wait for the trip to kind of wind or reel
You're
back.
like,
And
they're after us.
yeah, it was a little. The beginning was fun, and then at the end, I'm like, I don't know about this. Um, let's see here. Do you like Taco Bell? You seem like a
I'm a
healthy.
boring, yeah. I'm gonna say I'm a very boring eater right now. I cook breakfast and cook dinner, and that's all I eat.
That's
Like,
probably better. I mean,
yeah, like I had Taco Bell on the 1st of January of this year because
okay,
I did a show in Roseburg with my friends,
okay,
and they wanted to go to Taco Bell. And I thought it was so funny when we pulled up to Taco Bell because like the line was long as hell. And I'm like,
yeah.
this is how everyone's starting their new year off, just like
I
eating
was gonna
shit
say that's
food.
a New Year's
It's
resolution, I
just
guess. Yeah,
it's a crazy start to the year. Like you're already failing on your goals.
yeah.
But I support Taco Bell. I think when I was younger, it was the large plate of nachos.
Okay, yeah.
What was it, like Nacho Supreme or some shit?
I I'll put a photo of it up.
Mhm.
Probably, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nacho Supreme, and then now, like if I eat Taco Bell, it'd probably be like a bean and cheese burrito, soft shell, or a hard shell beef burrito.
Okay.
That's what I
Okay.
got this on the 1st.
I was just because. How was that Roseburg thing?
Dude,
Because
the
that's where near
Roseburgs.
where I grew up, and I'm like, I know
Oh,
that's
dude.
kind of a
Oh, dude, it was great, dude. There was
okay.
some guy that was like standing outside. It was. I think they sold. I think it was sold out. It was like a lot of
Okay,
a good
yeah.
turnout. That was my second time performing in Roseburg. So like, I love going to sundown towns and shit like that. That's like what I'm indebted to now that I did that fucking Kill Tony show.
Yeah.
Come to this town, brother. We love you, dude. You know, this one's real
I
funny.
was say I bet they're starved for comedy out there. I don't
Dude,
know.
Roseburg is starved for comedy. But Roseburg was cool. Roseburg was a real cool show. Packed. There was some guy who was like posted up outside of the venue, but we could see him because there was like glass windows. And I was like, who is this guy? Everybody was like, oh, that's the cigarette guy. And I was like, well, somebody give me a cigarette so I can give it to the cigarette
Mm,
guy. So like little shit like that. Like when I do those shows like outside of like greater area, Portland, Eugene, whatever, I try to like build a rapport with the audience so that
mm.
they remember me, so that they feel something, so that when I come back, you know,
Yeah.
I have
Be
like
part of that.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like I've been doing shows like that for since I started comedy. Like I think within my first year of comedy, I was already traveling, doing these little towns. I mean, I first started off going to Salem, Eugene, Corvallis. Then I was like, let's go to Tacoma. Then let's go to Seattle. Then let's go to Bremerton, Spokane, Yakima, Hood River, Bend, Redmond, Lapine, then Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, LA, Eureka, you know, so it's like,
It's like the Fibonacci thing. I was saying this the other day. You
yeah,
like spiral out from the center and just keep expanding, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been on that kind of run. I mean, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, so at this point it's a lot more cities, Miami, DC, Virginia, South Carolina. Um, but it's like once you get into that, you kind of have to keep it up. So it's like every 4 to 7 months, I got to be back in one of these cities
Yeah. Yeah.
to
You
some
got to be in
degree.
the scene, and
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone has to still remember me. Oh, we still cool? Like you, I'm still funny. Everything's good.
Right.
New shit, funny. He's funny, you know? So it's like I have to do that in all these
Yeah.
cities so that I can like,
You
I
get
feel like
that.
I'm a venture capitalist. That's what
Yeah.
I call
Yeah.
myself in comedy. I have a friend, he's a capitalist. Like he wants to be the biggest comedian in Portland. I want to be like a cool comedian in like 40
The
cities.
whole, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
United
know.
States. Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I approach comedy from like a venture capitalist standpoint.
I think
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah. I would say it almost seemed like you'd have to be too, because everyone's, I don't know, with Kill Tony and all that stuff. It's just like a way competitive,
Oh man.
country, I guess now. How about that?
Yeah, the competitiveness now is like, I mean, in Portland, like I really like I want to give credit to the Portland comics just because like there a lot of them are funny, man. A
Yeah.
lot of them are genuinely funny. Like I've been to enough scenes to know that we're in the upper percentile of the funny scenes
Yeah.
in all of America. Like I'd put us in like the top 7
Okay.
cities in all of America.
That's pretty good.
Um,
I felt that way after I went to what is the helium thing? Portland's Funniest.
yeah,
I went
yeah.
there in like 2019, and the guy I was a guy I was working with who lives in Taiwan now.
Mhm.
He was just like, I'm doing this, and I had no idea. And I had been to helium a bunch of times, but he got like, I don't know, second or third place, and he just
Nice.
killed it. And that's what I took away. I was like, there is a pretty good healthy scene here, and that was a. I'm not trying to like advertise for them, but it was a pretty good way to, you know, have a little hierarchy to that. And I know you done that. You were in one of them, right? At least one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the first time I ever did comedy was that competition,
Okay.
and
First time ever.
which is where I met Robbie as well. But yeah, I just signed up. I'd never done comedy before. I was
Damn.
like,
Yeah.
let's just see if I'm funny. You know, I had done karaoke a lot, and I felt like I had the stage presence to be on a stage. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna write any jokes. I was like, that's my thing. Like, if I have to be genuinely funny, just with my actual personality, like if I don't make anyone laugh, if I just eat shit up here, I'm done. I'm never gonna do comedy again. And then so I just went up. I got drunk. I went up and just like articulated my thoughts, express like tried to be as present as possible. And then like when I finally cracked my full presence on stage is when I got real laugh.
Mm.
And that's when I kind of clicked. I was like, oh, okay. So it's like it's bigger than just like set up punchline. There's like this invisible art to
Mm.
this art form that like uh is like spiritual almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what drew me in, and I haven't stopped since.
It was
So
kind of it just pulled you in. That's kind of amazing that
mhm.
you just jumped into that competition
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
that's what they were saying. All the comedians in my round,
yeah.
they were like, "What?"
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like,
Because
"What are
a
you
lot of people
doing?"
get intimidated just to do an open mic, and it's like,
Yeah.
but you just like jumped in there, and also that kind of format or approach is really, I appeal to like that's a style that seems like I would enjoy
Mhm.
rather than just scripting a bunch of jokes because
Well, that's where we
you
are
got to look
now.
at the audience and just kind of play with that and like see where I don't know. But is that how you generally do things comedically or?
I mean, now I've become more of a methodical machine with
Yeah,
comedy,
yeah,
but the essence of my being is like you gotta be present. Like no matter how many funny jokes you have to still relate with the audience because we're getting to this point now where, and I was just saying this to a buddy, the comedy audiences are becoming way more aware now.
yeah, yeah.
They're not just the setup punchline ha 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 ha,
Right.
setup punchline ha 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 ha. Like it's like no, this is they're really studying you now.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like you can't just look like you're regurgitating things. You have to make it feel like you're effortlessly like just traversing this mental playground of comedy, and you kind of have to trick the audience into thinking this is all on the spot.
yeah. I'm saying
Yeah.
they have to know that like you can navigate that shit
hmm
no matter what, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like I did two spots yesterday. Like the first spot I did, I just said jokes. I was not present at all. And they were all funny jokes. They're all jokes that have worked. Didn't do the best. Did the same jokes at a different place, but like incorporated being present,
Mm.
like starting the show off, like being more just like, starting the show. And just the reaction was different because they're with me now.
Yeah. Get that energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you can create these weird barriers by just relying on a script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was thinking. I heard this thing a long time ago because I don't know. I don't know. I call myself a filmmaker, but I'm into film and I made a bunch of stuff. And years ago, I heard a thing from Quentin Tarantino that it's like the audience and you have like an umbilical cord, and if you disconnect that, you're kind of fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel kind of like that? Of like
Mm-hmm.
you just have to maintain that presence, as you're saying, like with them,
I
and if
mean,
you lose that, they're kind of just like, what's going on?
I don't want to say that's the rule because like comedy's weird. There's no rules. That's like the funny part of this shit is like I could say all this, but then there'd be a guy who's the exact opposite of everything I just told you, and he's killing. So
Right?
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's the beauty of comedy is like really I'm just saying shit, but this is more so just for me. Like for me, I have to be more like I have to give the audience my presence because
Mm.
uh there is I feel like I don't know it's just a spirituality type of thing, but people just have to feel close to me or they're not going to
Yeah.
appreciate who I am.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And
You gotta
so
feel like they know you
yeah,
or
some
something.
people can just I love those guys. Some people can just get up there like this and just stare at the floor and then just say their jokes and they're killing. And it's like, all right, he got it, man.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I have to maneuver through like the back and forth of the audience.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get back to some of these. Do you have an animal or creature you're most afraid of?
Afraid. Oh man.
Most people, I don't know why most people bring up bugs and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, repulsed, like cockroaches.
okay,
Cockroaches, I'm absolutely repulsed by because I lived in Hawaii. They used to fly. They fly in Hawaii. Then I lived in Savannah, Georgia.
but
They're
they're
just
gigantic.
fat.
Yeah.
They're just fat and they're everywhere. It doesn't matter where you could like if this house was in Savannah, Georgia, you would 1,000% have you
Probably, yeah, yeah. Just be everywhere. Yeah, yeah. That's what
you'd
I've
a
heard
thousand
from.
percent have
I've
roaches.
heard that
Yeah.
from people like in New Orleans and stuff.
Yeah,
They're
New
just everywhere.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Like I had a home in Georgia. I didn't even have any furniture. Because I was like 19 with a house at that time. And I kept the house at 50 degrees year round. Spring, fall, summer, all that
To
shit.
keep the roaches out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And roaches would still show up.
They're like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
man."
I would
Yeah.
cover all the drainage holes.
Yeah.
Like I'd have a cover for every hole. Roaches would still
Damn, dude. Well,
it-
that's what they always say, that like after like a nuclear apocalypse, the roaches will be like the
Dude.
only thing left.
I moved to the West Coast. 37% of the reason was because of cockroaches. Like seriously.
I mean, yeah, I've never lived anywhere with that kind of climate. I bet it would drive you
Oh
crazy.
my
It's just
God.
gigantic bugs and yeah. Uh, I was just thinking of I didn't write this on here, but
Hell yeah.
the animal thing, I've said it on here before. I would love to go out by a shark, like a shark's eating me. Is there like a way you'd prefer to go
To
out?
die from an animal?
Or just anything, I guess. I've also said that, I haven't said this on the show, but I'd love to, I probably wouldn't actually like this, but like molten gold poured down my throat.
Whoa.
Wouldn't that be dope though?
I mean, that'd be the most you've
Degree?
ever been worth is in death.
Totally.
I'm finally worth something.
Well, no, I think what I was saying is I'd become a statue of gold or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's fucking cool. I mean, like a cool death for me would be probably like a headshot. Just get me the fuck out
Okay,
of here
okay.
immediately. I'm just like, I just don't like my only rules to dying is I don't want to be killed by black people. Like I just like
Okay.
they like some of my favorite people got killed by black people, and I'm like, as long as I don't get killed by a black person,
Okay.
I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah.
That's fair. I like
Yeah.
that. Do you?
That's fair.
I guess I don't know. It's interesting.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Do you have a favorite type of French fry? Do you like crinkle cut, regular
Oh.
cut, curly fries, waffle fries?
I love waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A
too.
waffle fries.
I just wish you'd
Score.
get more. That's what I've always, it's like they give you the perfect amount.
There's not
but
enough
I'm
Chick-fil-A's in Portland.
Yeah. You know what I've heard too is
They need one right in the middle.
well, I think that I saw the other day, aren't they? There's a new one that's coming in Portland, like in the city, I
Oh,
think
I'll be
somewhere. I
there.
can't remember where it's gonna be, but
I'll be
because the
there.
one I have to get is like in Clackamas.
Yeah. Yep. I've been to that one. I've been to the Clackamas one.
I can't
Is there
remember
another one? There's definitely one in Clackamas, but
Yeah, there's supposed to be. I think there's one coming to Portland. I
there's
can't
one in
remember where it's going.
Vancouver too. There's one.
Yeah.
There's one in like Vancouver.
Yeah. What's I? Oh yeah, like I think it's 9 million. Somebody told me once the average Chick-fil-A makes $9 million a year or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And I was like, I gotta fucking open a
You
Chick-fil-A.
goddamn
Like,
right. I'll go into debt for a Chick-fil-A, dude.
yeah.
Dude, Chick-fil-A's, like I know like everyone in Portland, very PC, they go through your history. The one time, if you said something negative about a certain group of people, you're canceled.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in Portland don't like Chick-fil-A, but I'm from the South. I love Chick-fil-A.
I know they're good. It's weird too, because even people that aren't like, oh, it's like a weird Christian thing. Some
Mhm.
people are just like, the chicken's trash, and I'm like, I don't get that. I like all of it. I
don't
like
know
the
what they're talking
brownies, all the sides and all that.
Even their mac and cheese is
Yeah,
good. Like, do
yeah.
you know how hard it is for a fast food place to have good
To
mac
pull
and
it off.
cheese?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
True.
Popeyes, that's it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, there's no other place with good mac and cheese that's a fast food joint.
It's true. Let's say you're getting ice cream at Salt and Straws, or
Mhm.
or do you go waffle cone, regular cone, cup?
I like a regular cup. Yeah, if I'm feeling kiddie, I'll eat a waffle cone, but like typically I'll go cup. I'll
Okay,
go cup.
me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
don't like
cup
the
guy.
spillage. And what's
Yeah.
you got a go-to flavor, or is it just some people like to sample that shit too? But
Yeah,
like
I
we were
mean,
saying earlier, I feel bad. I don't want to
mm,
be like, give me the wooden spoon and
yeah. I mean, I don't like to ask for samples either. You're a very conscious person.
I
You
know.
like
Well, I don't want
you
to
think
hold
a
up the
lot.
line and shit. You know?
Yeah, I like that. I like how much you think because I think that much too. A lot of my thought goes into that. So usually I'll go like a blueberry
Mm,
type of ice cream, or I'll do like a super sweet caramel ice cream. Sometimes if I could split it like down the middle and get two of each,
well, half
I
half.
want two different worlds.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
like the
like my
blueberry. That's
go-to.
cool. Do you like candy corn?
Hmm.
I like
I
candy corn
did
for
when I was a
sure.
kid.
Yeah,
Quickly. I don't like if I see candy corn, it'll give me nostalgia.
yeah,
But I wouldn't. I'm not buying a bag of candy corn and like posting up with
yeah.
it for sure.
I love it now, but I'm getting older now, and I'm like, I can only really only eat like 2 pieces, and I'm like,
Do
it's
you
kind of
poop
just
out the whole
corns.
candy corn like regular corn?
No, but that would be funny.
That would be
It
funny.
just gets stuck
Just
in
little
there like
pellets of
corn.
candy corn.
That would be
Shit.
funny.
What was your favorite Halloween candy? Like
Favorites?
the one where you were like jackpot. Like you go to this
Mm,
dude's house or whatever, and they got a bowl of candy. I
yeah.
love those when they just put
I
the bowl
think
out.
I would almost have to put it in two categories, like modern day. Everyone says Reese's, I think, because everyone loves Reese's. But back in the day, I think it would be like Whoppers or like
Whoppers, like the candy Whopper, like the
the little
little.
ball, the malt ball thing.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay, okay,
guess,
okay.
or maybe I was gonna say whatchamacallit. I don't know. That was kind of rare. Snickers,
Snickers was
maybe.
the Snickers was mine.
I'm probably missing some big ones. But we would do the whole trading thing. You know, you
Mhm.
pour the fucking bag out and everyone trades. And I've said many times my least favorite are those little taffy.
Yeah,
You know those
taffies,
ones, the little like orange ones or whatever. Yeah,
because they go dull after a
or the
while.
strawberry, the fucking strawberry things.
Mhm.
Those
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
people just
Like
give
the
them.
cover is a
Yeah,
strawberry.
it's like a
Yeah,
foil like
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. The my I think my three favorite would be Snickers,
Mm.
sour punch straws, and the lollipops where you when you get to the center it's bubble gum.
Oh yeah. The what are those called?
They used to have a
Tootsie
how many
Pop?
licks does it take to get to
Tootsie
the
Pop,
center of a
yeah.
Tootsie Pop? Damn,
I was in also
core memories, dude.
yeah, yeah. I was in a Dollar General the other day and they had crybabies. You remember those?
It's the ones where it's super sour on.
Yeah.
I love
I
those.
couldn't believe they still make that. I was
That's
like, man.
like a that's like an honorable mention.
Yeah.
That's like because I was a big sour person. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
love sour and I love the animation on the thing where it's the dude's lips like cheeks are
Like
sunken in because he's like
crying or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, but yeah, I love crybabies. I can't believe they still make
I know.
those.
I saw it. And it was
Wow.
like $1 for an entire bag, and I'm like, this. It's got to be like
What?
one of the most unhealthy candies. But,
Yo,
um,
we're all gonna have cancer for
yeah.
sure, dude. We're done.
Do you like sushi?
I love sushi, man. I love sushi. I don't like there's this cool sushi spot that's off Division that's like next to a gas station that's pretty cool. And it's cheap. It's like good
Is it
cheap sushi.
order kind or the train kind? Or
It's order. It's still
okay,
order,
yeah,
but like it's good. It's affordable.
okay.
But yeah, I love sushi.
You got a favorite roll, kind of roll? Or...
I love salmon. I love salmon rolls. Um Yeah, salmon rolls, man, they hit, dude.
Okay.
And I like to put a little ginger, soy sauce,
You like wasabi? I'm not
dude.
a big wasabi.
A little
Okay,
bit.
just a little touch of it on there.
Yeah, the first time I had wasabi, my mom just like she didn't tell me it was wasabi. She just like put it a big clump on her finger, and she was like, "Here." And I ate everything, so I just ate it without thinking, and that got she got me.
I think if you're a kid, were you a kid? Or,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
say,
She
if
got
especially if
me.
it's green, I could see being like, yeah, I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's my mom. Why would I not trust
Right, and
her?
also the trust. Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Surprise.
do you believe in aliens, Bigfoot, or ghosts?
I believe in aliens. I'm indecisive on Bigfoot. Ghosts, absolutely.
Okay.
Aliens, ghosts, 100% believe in. Bigfoot, 50-50. 50-50.
Okay, that's pretty
Right
good
down the
odds.
center on
Yeah, yeah.
50-50. Yeah.
Have you ever had like an experience with any of that kind of stuff? Or...
So like I look at aliens from like a internal standpoint, right? Like the definition of an alien is someone who like is from another planet, goes to another planet, collects information, brings it back. We're aliens, you know? We've done that. We've been to other planets, whether it was via technology or whatever. We still used
mm.
like our agency was implanted on this technology, and it was the ability to bring back information. So if we can do it, then it's definitely like we're already aliens.
Mm,
So to me,
mm.
I'm like, yes, aliens are 100%. Ghosts, I feel like ghosts are just like implant, like like you can't get away from ghosts.
Mm.
You know, like there's this like Hitler's been gone 100 years almost, right? And it's like people still can't stop talking about him. Like people still, like, people's sets in comedy are still bringing him up. When people are getting into these weird conversations, they still bring him up. It's like that's a ghost. Like we're still being haunted by the actions of a person, and you can find that in any capacity. Like
Yeah.
our personalities are like shaped by the previous existences, and so we're currently being haunted by ghosts. Like you might have a fear and you might not fully know why you have that fear, but the fear is actually linked to like maybe your parents' fear, and then your parents' fear is linked to your grandparents' fear, and then your grandparents' fear is, and it's like that's like a ghost. We're still being haunted. So I kind of look at it from like more logically, like
Yeah.
in a sense
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, but not like a guy in like a sheet and like,
Yeah.
I mean, we have those too, but
Yeah. It makes sense. I was gonna say, I guess with your train, or whatever you call it, your education and all that about
yeah.
psychology, like that makes sense too. Because a lot of that stuff is like, I don't know. I always found it really interesting in the 50s. Like that's when UFOs started popping off, and it's
Mhm.
also like, hey, when we started doing like all this nuclear shit, and I don't know. It is the psychology part of it's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we're haunted by our own ambitions. It's like we want to establish uh the supremest warfare of all time, right? But it's like when you get that warfare, now you're conscious of everyone else getting that warfare, and now everyone's hyper vigilant, and now we're haunted. Now everyone's
Yeah,
haunted.
and everyone's like
Ta-da!
thinking about it, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
ta-da! We're all haunted now,
yeah,
and it's like, how do we maneuver through this existence, given all the industrial mechanisms that have been set in place? And it's like we can't. We're
yeah,
we're 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 kind of prisoner to our evolution.
yeah. I
Yeah,
can't imagine doing mushrooms with you. It'd be
dude. I've been waiting
you'd be
to
going
do.
off on all this
Dude, if I
stuff,
would have did
and
a mushroom before this,
yeah. I would
dude,
love to talk about all that
dude,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, sometime on a mushroom trip.
Oh man, dude, maybe one day we'll do like a mushroom pot or some
I would
shit.
do
But
it. I would do it. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, for me, it's and I've yet to do mushrooms with someone who I can go like
Right.
tit for
Right.
tat
Right.
with.
Yeah.
Usually I do mushrooms by myself, or I do mushrooms with people who don't want to explore that part. Like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
want to live in they just want to be comfortable in their shroom
Yeah.
trip.
Or like when I did them a lot younger, it's just stupid, funny bullshit. It's
Yeah,
like people just want to
yeah,
be funny, and
yeah.
we would always play Goldeneye when we started a trip
Like
on
what's
Nintendo.
Goldeneye? Is that James Bond?
Yeah, on Nintendo 64.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Gold gun? Gold gun?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
I don't know
remember that
why we would
shit.
always do that, and it's like after 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you start to get that warm feeling,
Hmm.
and you're just playing 4 player on there, and I don't know, it's a weird way to start it, but
Oh no, yeah. When I did mushrooms with my people, I remember taking them, and I was like, and they were like, "Is this gonna kick in?" And I was like, "Oh damn, they're not gonna feel this. This is bullshit." I was like, "I have you come all the way out here and you don't get high on shrooms. Fuck." Uh, but I was like, "I got more. We can do more." But they're like, "No, we'll just keep it cool." But then in about an hour,
kicked
once we
in.
cut the TVs off and just allowed our bodies to settle in, it was one of those sneaky mushrooms. Like,
Yeah.
because there's sometimes you get those mushroom trips where it just hits you and you're on. Everyone knows we're on shrooms, but then there's ones that kind of just like that just they're just
Sinks
like
in.
creeping in your
Yeah.
spinal cord, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like a silent whisper repeatedly, and you can't
Yeah,
hear it
yeah.
until everything is
Yeah.
quiet. And that was that shroom trip, and that was
Sometimes it's
cool.
better, yeah. Have you
Yeah.
ever done the tea? That was the first time I
Oh
ever did it,
man,
was the
tea,
tea, yeah.
nice, nice. I've done tea now. Yeah,
Yeah.
tea's fun. Tea kicks in like,
I feel like it was stronger, but I was also like a teenager when I did it, so
yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's so cool. Like, because I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in like Georgia, Virginia, primarily. And we didn't experiment with mushrooms growing up.
yeah.
Like, I feel like people out here, you guys got you guys probably got family members who grow weed, you know? So like weed was very just like you go in the living room and your mom and grandma are smoking a joint or some shit like that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But like in Virginia, it's like in Georgia, everyone's like scared. People still like I just saw a dude get arrested for weed today in Texas, you know?
Really?
Yeah,
Damn, yeah.
this shit said possession of marijuana. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
it is wild. Like I had friends
they
up
still do
here,
that?
or my old roommates who moved, a bunch of them moved to New Orleans, and they, yeah, traveled to all these states, and they brought a bunch of pipes and stuff with them, and then they realized, like on the way, they're like, oh shit, they will just throw your ass in jail if you're have any of the even any amount of weed or whatever, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, it's crazy, man. And so yeah, I really think it's cool that like a lot of people that I've met out here, they've like experiments with acid and mushrooms, and they're like, yeah, I was 16. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like
Yeah,
I was like 30 when I took shrooms for the first time, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it is interesting, like the access. Do you feel like the access to the psychedelics have uh like helped you in your life, or do you feel like they've
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
one thing I talk about on here a lot is like people. I just think having an awareness of like doing drugs has really helped me understand why up here like fentanyl's so crazy. Because I've done
Mm.
enough to know that like when I was doing a lot of drugs, I want to do more drugs that are stronger.
Mhm.
And like that's why I mentioned ecstasy earlier. It's like just the most pure form of just like, man, I feel good and I feel good for like
Mhm.
8 hours.
Mhm.
And I think there's a lot of people up here, if you don't have that experience, first of all, they don't know that. But also, like to your point, I think it does help generally, yeah, expand your mind and have
Mhm.
bigger boundaries of like what you can even think about. And um, like when I first did that mushroom tea, I was just I was really into Pink Floyd at the time, and
I
I was
love
just like
Pink Floyd
laying
for sure.
down in the dark, and then I started to see all the shit
Oh hell
like in
yeah.
my head. I was just closing my eyes, but it's just like you know, I don't know, people who aren't as imaginative would never like know any of or
Mm.
have any idea of what that does to your mind, and I don't know, it's interesting.
No, Pink Floyd is a phenomenal band. That was actually the first album that I had sex to from start to finish, with no skips.
The whole album,
Yeah, that album is great. I
what
was like,
the
holy
wall or what,
shit.
or uh
It was the main one. It was
the one with the
the
triangle.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, it
I
was
don't
the
even why
main
I can't
one.
remember it. Yeah.
But I was like, holy crap. Like, oh, that was like I think that was the first time I listened to Pink Floyd, and I was like, wow, this is great. Like
Yeah.
this is there's just it's so crazy how many like talented people there are, and everyone has their own community of supporters, and like everyone's doing their own thing these days, and it's like wow, there's so many new people that you can get introduced to that have like years of killing it,
Yeah.
and now you're just meeting them, and it's like fuck dude,
Yeah.
I'm lost, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I was gonna add, yeah, like along those same lines to you, because I feel like I've I've done enough drugs in my life. You can meet somebody and just know like this person's never like
Hmm.
ever fucked with anything. Do you feel like that? You have that ability or whatever? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you talk to a person, they feel very apprehensive to change, like there, you know, there's certain like things, like characteristics about a person that would highlight that for me. It'd be like apprehension to change. I mean, that's pretty much the overwhelming
Mm,
one, but
mm,
like, you know, just people who kind of are just keep things very regimented, and
yeah.
they're very critical of certain populations of people. They're not very understanding of outside perspectives. Like I'm like, ah, you don't get it.
Right.
You don't understand that we're all the same person. We just look different, you
Yeah.
know? And so yeah, I usually take my time with those people as well. You know, I don't no judgment towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just funny. Yeah. It's like people that like they're like I'm just gonna live my life and never try like certain things. It's a
Yeah.
little weird, but you know.
It is kind of weird. I feel like you should everyone should experience being like not being in full control.
That's yeah.
Like it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. Like for me, when I was in the military, I was a paratrooper, so I jumped out of
Oh
airplanes.
my God.
I got paid to do that, and that's a drug. Like if a person never did drugs ever and only jumped out of airplanes, you don't need to do drugs. You're
Right.
good. You did it. And it's just that feeling of like really letting go, truly understanding that like being in the moment is the most important thing, and just accepting your fate. And I think
Yeah.
those are the core lessons of like psychedelic usage is just like
Mhm.
those tenets is like we're all one. You could die right now. Just enjoy this moment and embrace every second of it. You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it helps find, yeah, like some type of boundary for people too, like you said, like, I don't know. But,
Mhm.
it's funny you said that because, like, I've never, uh, we're talking about drugs a lot, but it's the last thing I'll say I got, on it. Like, I've never done DMT, but I've known a lot of people that have done that and are like, they explain that sort of thing of this collective kind of thing of like, we all see the same thing, and
Mhm.
you get this like deeper understanding of like what we're connected to and all this shit. And
Mhm.
it's really interesting, but part of me is also like, well, maybe that's just like a chemical response.
Right,
But it
right.
is interesting to hear a lot of those people heard the same
Hmm.
shit and
It's a chemical
uh,
response. Let's see. I mean, I think that I mean, I think it's true. I think like for me, like there's no thought that I've gotten, especially now that I've like experienced a little bit more life is like I feel that there is no thought that I've gained today that I can solely attribute to one thing. I think that I accumulated my thoughts through the totality of my experiences, and I think with or without one singular experience, I think I would still feel the way that I do. I just think I have more conviction in the words that I speak now because of my experience. But
mm, mm,
but I ultimately there's nothing I'm saying today that I haven't kind of always felt.
mm,
Like sometimes people like my parents, they'll tell me about things I said when I was a kid, and it's like it's still kind of on part of who I am today,
yeah,
to where I'm like, oh, maybe I just been this person my whole life and I'm just getting older.
yeah, yeah.
And that's kind of how I've kind of internalized that. Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Sometimes I'll feel like that too. I'm a lot of times I'll feel like, man, I'm kind of the same person I was when I was like 7 years old, you
Yeah,
know?
pretty much, dude. I've always just wanted to be happy. I like friends.
Yeah,
I want people to feel good about
yeah, yeah.
themselves. Like it's
Just
really like
life stuff. Yeah,
yeah, the core basic tenets of my personality are very much from when I was 7,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, you kind of already did this already, but I always give people a chance. Do you want to shout out like a local business or restaurant or something that's
Ooh, I mean, yeah, there's a cool cafe shop, Cafe United. Very good. It's a black owned coffee shop. They've given me a
Oh,
lot of
I think
opportunities to do comedy there.
did they just open recently or
I mean, they have multiple openings. I mean, they do like they have like a truck, they have a
okay,
hard
okay,
structure as
okay.
well. They're next to Barrel Room in Chinatown in Southwest Portland. They're very cool. I love Beer Paul. I love Beer Paul. That's one of my favorite dive bars. Um, I mean, yeah, I love Funhouse Lounge as a comedy spot. Um, I love Sandy Hut,
Yeah,
Sandy Slut,
been there
Sandy Hut.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I like Portland. Yeah. I mean, those are a
there's some
few,
good
just to
ones.
name a few. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many things. Like Portland has so many secret, little niches. You're like, damn, I lived here for this long and I've never been here.
yeah.
And yeah, yeah.
I
So,
still find places like that. Yeah, and I've lived here for 20 years. Like there's a there's a drive-through video store that I found. It's in
oh,
Milwaukee
dope.
technically, but yeah, you can drive through and get like it's like a Blockbuster. You can get any of that shit.
Yeah,
And I
and
was just like, how is this
yeah.
still here? Like,
We live in the same side of Portland, like the weird part of Southeast. Like there, everyone thinks Southeast, they think 82nd, and then they think Gresham and like people getting shot and
yeah,
prostitution.
yeah,
But like we live in like the nice there is a nice part of Southeast that like are like real people. They take, they live their lives. There's things to do in this area as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So yeah, I really love living on this side of Southeast. Yeah,
It is
it's
cool. Yeah, I'm kind of like on the border. It's funny because I've had my friend Epp, who's like a rapper, and he came out here and he's like, yeah, this is Felony Flats out
yeah.
here, and it's getting a little better, but I'm kind of on the border of like hardcore East Portland and then
Mhm.
like the real nice. Because I used to live closer to Reed, which it's a real nice area. I
Yeah,
mean, some of
yeah.
those homes are like crazy,
Million, yeah, $1 million homes for
but it is
sure.
weird how it's just there's like a pocket of southeast that's really crazy and nice and good in there. Yeah, and I was also gonna say, like, do you have a? This will probably come out in a week or so, but like, are there any shows you want to talk about after that are coming up?
I have a show in Yakima, Washington with a Kill Tony regular golden ticket winner, Drew Nickens.
Oh, Drew, yeah,
We're
yeah,
doing a
yeah.
show in Yakima. I'm gonna bring another comic out, Lucas Kopp. And he was also on Kill Tony. We're both gonna. He's gonna be the host. I'm gonna be the feature. Quick, easy show. 3 people kill. Yakima. I got a bunch of shows in February on. So yeah, you can just check my Instagram at Juan Denmark on Instagram
Oh, yeah.
or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, wherever. So it's the
Okay.
same. I keep it
I didn't know
simple.
you're on TikTok, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't really
yeah.
look on there too much, but I should,
Yeah, I don't really use TikTok. I just post videos and I've just been doing that. So, some people have seen, like, they've come across my content through me posting on TikTok. I'm like, oh shit, I guess TikTok's a real
yeah.
thing,
No, it's, yeah, a lot of people use it.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I guess I got to keep doing this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So those are, that's my main avenue. Just,
Okay.
Juan Denmark, and you'll find me.
Hell yeah.
hmm
Well, thanks, dude. Yeah, I know you got some shows tonight, so,
Yeah, we got a show tonight. 2 shows tonight. Yeah.
but yeah, I'll say, hopefully this go good, and you're always welcome back, and,
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to do shroom.
maybe
I
we'll
wanna
do mushrooms
shroom-
next time, yeah. I would
Yeah.
love to do that. It'd be
Hell
fun.
yeah, dude. We'll get theoretical, dude, for
Hell
sure.
yeah.